Can you see the Roll20 page?
No.
Okay, cool. This is good.
Oh,
You're not supposed to see the Roll20 page.
Yeah, you just open it up in a different window and you never see it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that reminds me, I need to cover that back up. Oopsie.
Is it time for me to open up a piece of gum?
Well, I've started streaming at this point, so we're just gonna have
Yeah.
a minute or two of weird, awkward silence.
Oh, good. Okay, so, I don't know if you want to show the stream of my stream, but that, like, just that, like, little moving image is helpful to my, uh, piss ADHD brain.
Unfortunately,
But,
I cannot.
beans. Can you hear the music or no? Is it dead?
The music's just very quiet right
I
now,
can hear it.
but we can hear it.
Okay. Should I turn the music up and let you control it via stream?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. There you go. There you go. I turned it up.
Cool. Last time on Hardwired Island.
Yeah. So, who wants to go over what happened last time?
Some fuck shit happened.
Airstrikes and fuck Joseph Diego.
Fuck Joseph Diego. All my homies hate Joseph Diego.
We fought a cyber psycho in one,
Yeah.
and then we tried to fight a Joseph Diego and lost.
Mm-hmm.
We in quotes.
We. Also, we mugged an assistant manager of the hotel. And a couple PMCs.
Bonus points for being honest that you mugged like a hotel manager for his fucking key.
But I mean, it's not great, but also at this point, he has a lot bigger issues than us.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
beauty
that's
of it. It's like, even though we did some stupid, dumb shit that probably would have come back to us and may still come back to us at the moment, all of those people, way bigger issues.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I wonder, could Kai have given the phones to Legacy? Just like, here, I don't want these. Because he had 2 cell phones, right?
Yes.
That's EMP fuel.
It is.
Yeah, so, like, Legacy has 2 fucking hotel manager phones
Yes.
now.
Do some dumb shit with them.
Hell yeah.
Neon pulled a leverage.
She did. Oh my god.
She got recordings of kind of the after Lindis and Too Cute being dead, but before the boom.
Mm-hmm.
That if we can combine with Lindis's, we don't know about at the moment in character, but recording, gives us a very nice big picture.
Mm-hmm.
We've also discovered Piper is determined to find all of the stupidest gags from Leverage and incorporate them into this game at this point.
Yeah.
You say it's stupid, but it worked.
It did work, and so did
That
I
is true.
clean.
I clean a naked hotel. What's next? Yeah, and then Joseph Diego took off with fucking Lindis's body. We don't know what happened to Too Cute. Too Cute's probably gone. We took off with fucking Lindis's body, and if Lockhart and Marcus were not there, Legacy and Kaya would be dead.
It was Neon that stopped.
Oh yeah, it was Neon. It wasn't Lockhart.
Lockhart didn't
Oh.
do shit to stop
Nope.
Kaya. It was Neon. You know. Marcus just caught Legacy midair, is what I imagine.
Launch and just like plucked out of the air.
You know, it's all nice when we can just laugh at it now, but
Yeah.
We
in the
also
moment,
acquired a cosmic who is having a time.
He's a depressed babby.
Yeah.
Why did Legacy keeps just acquiring the innocent ones and being like, this one's mine.
Oh, Kaya got Bengetti to shut up for once.
True.
Yeah. She just has to be pissed off.
All it
But
took was
Geo
the
is
death
not.
of her friend.
Yeah, all it took was the death of her fucking friend, and
Yeah, that's
I
all.
don't even think it was Kaya that did it. I think it was Neon saying so.
Neon, yeah.
Yeah, it was Neon.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Kaya snapped. Bengetti started to reply. Neon spoke up, and then Bengetti's like, "Oh shit!" And
Didn't
then
say
silence.
anything. Just silence.
Cut
Goes
the
back
cord.
to Larry's. Mhm.
He also did a lot of property damage and destruction with Larry's, so that's
Yeah,
both impressive and concerning.
it is.
But that's not the concern right now.
No.
And the lockdown is changing.
Correct.
Yeah, I think the lockdown's over.
No,
It's like heavily
yet.
surveillance or like you have to get permission or some shit like that if I remember correctly. Let me look at the report. Chronically online.
Oh, that's where it is.
Don't give a shit about your lies, you fucking fucker. Excuse my French.
Travel will be permitted.
There's a reason why I mark all of my streams as adult content.
Government officials have stepped in to work alongside Tetsuo soldiers to alleviate the lockdown while maintaining a heightened security across Shisen Ward. Travel will be permitted on a tightly controlled basis. Tetsuo, being the lead innovator of security technology, will take point on Grand Cross inter-ward travel safety. Tetsuo stock is... I don't give a shit about that.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect
Then
time to
you
go
went
get.
back to Veloska's.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's where I was going with this.
And also, Marcus wants to talk with Bengetti? Question mark?
Yep.
Question mark, exclamation point? So-
Once he's done getting patched up by Veloska.
Oh yeah, and we also, like, I guess, kinda shared information so far, right? Did we officially share information, or was it just, like, touch and go? I can't remember.
Little bits and pieces.
Yeah, bits and pieces. Neon showed the audio recording and the pictures.
The heat scan picture.
Yeah. Thermal images. I think Legacy explains the Dreamer situation. That's really vague. I don't know how much Legacy shared.
She gave the basic outline, if I recall, but it was not all the details.
Mm-hmm.
Both because all the details officially make her sound insane, and she doesn't know Neon well enough to trust with the Dreamer shit. Neon clearly doesn't like Joseph Diego. Dreamer shit is a little bit different.
You told me a bit about them and about how there's like a wealth of knowledge and whatnot.
And then I think we ended the session right as Kaya got the happy birthday ding.
Oh yeah. Oh, that hurts.
and the money from Lindis, right? Birthday money.
That's the happy birthday ding.
Mm.
Hmm.
Tell you to go get a
Correct.
new motorbike. Yep.
So
Yeah.
we pick up right as Kaya gets notification on her phone from a happy, like, animated digital rabbit that bounces onto the screen and has a party hat and streamers. And it says happy birthday. And you hear like a tiny little and then the little like animated bunnygram he reaches into his like a pocket that he has, even though he's not wearing like pants, and then pulls out a letter, and the letter, it zooms in on the letter, which reads as Lindis's note, bequeathing 12 cash to Kaya. And it says, for your new bike. And there's a little heart.
Okay. That hurts.
No good. What happened? You're not supposed to be that emotional. What, who sent you shit?
Shows it to Legacy.
And Legacy just stares and kind of goes like blank and then looks away. Is like,
Yeah, it fucking hurts. I'm gonna sit down. I'm just gonna sit down over there, and I'm gonna keep moving forward and just. I'm gonna sit down.
See, like Legacy, like flexing her fingers and like cracking them a little bit. I really, really, really need to get back to my rig as soon as I can.
See if they'll let us cross.
Oh, we need to get across, but at the same time, we don't need to be. The tattoo is going to be at all of the exits, aren't they?
Yep. Most likely.
Marcus scratches at, like, his chin. He's still kind of holding his head very still as Veloska works on it. And he just goes, I wonder if I'm fired.
Do you want to go back to work for that guy?
That is a complicated thing to ask.
You could always
Right
use a man
now?
on the inside.
He doesn't look, and he doesn't address that comment specifically, but there is like a head tilt of like recognition. Like that's sort of what his thoughts were. Like, I could be your informant unless I lost my job.
It's really dangerous, Marcus. You've already been punched in the face a lot.
Okay, that it wasn't that many times. It was the headbutt that really did the damage.
It'll be worse. It'll be worse if they catch you giving information. You know that, right?
Well, yeah, but they would just not have to catch me.
I can teach you some tips and tricks to help with that. I'm quite skilled when it comes to arts of deception.
Ben Getty like raises his eyebrows and just goes, I like your attitude and I like your methods. This is a great pickup you got. You guys should find more like her. And he like points a thumb towards Neon.
You still haven't told us the origin of the Observer, by the way.
He scratches his, he like sticks his lower jaw out a little bit and scratches his chin. Even like Marcus has stubble to scratch at. Ben Getty has nothing there. And he just goes, yeah. Doesn't make eye contact. Swivels around in his chair and starts typing away at something. Lockhart, you're positioned close to Ben Getty, right?
Yeah, I'd be basically, if he's in a chair on a desk, I'd be next to the desk facing towards the group, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, like propped up. So
I can see his face, technically.
Yeah, so you see him spin around after Neon's comment and start typing on the computer, and you can see he's literally typing nonsense. It's just gibberish, and it doesn't. He's doing it to look busy.
I just shake my head at him.
Like I see, it just kind of looks over this group And it's almost like you can see her like trying to do like some sort of math in her head. What it is, you don't know, but she's just kind of observing for a second. Okay, we need to get out of this ward. We need to get to all of the shit that we have and start working. And then she looks at Cosmic beside her. And you need to decide if you want to stick with us or if you just want to go home and lay low.
He, like, very, very awkwardly shifts in his seat and he just goes, okay. He doesn't get up. He just looks very, very nervous.
And she watches him for a second. And again, she's not being bossy or anything. She's just trying to state facts to him.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard enough to know that this is dangerous. You know what happened at the hotel, sorta. And there were people that saw you there with Lindis and Too Cute.
He looks up and, like, his hair, you now notice that his hair is, like, kind of medium length hairs. A little, just kind of that casual messy, and it gets a little bit in the way of his eyes. And he wipes his, like, whips a hand through his hair so it gets it out of his eyes. He just looks up at you. There's a look of just, like, lostness. And it is a deep confusion. But you can also see that there is a hint of, like, I can't just pretend I didn't know that this is... I can't pretend that this didn't happen anymore. Like, this is too deep in my brain to go away and to not think about.
And Lynn just kind of looks at that. And I'm assuming... Or not Lindis. Legacy is kind of looks at that. And then looks over to Kaya, who I'm assuming, which is why Lindis was in the head, is still processing Lindis's message.
Kaya is sitting on the floor next to Larry. And she's just tinkering with him.
Processing.
Yeah, she's keeping herself... She's also looking busy.
And she's like, everybody has shit that they can look busy with except for Legacy. I don't like this.
Well, Neon isn't really doing anything either. Just kind of sitting there, taking it in.
Marcus is still having part of his cheek and face stitched up. Which you can hear every couple, like, 30 or 40 seconds. There's, like... and Veloska's just, again, just stone-faced, doing his work.
But Legacy looks around the room again and just, like, hooks her arm into Cosmic's again, kind of leans against him once more. Just stay close to the rest of us if you're going to stick around. Don't wander off.
He nods and just goes, I can do that. And then right in the middle of his sentence, Lockhart, you see Ben Getty, like, lift both of his hands out.
Iris is AFK.
Oh, Iris. Well, it's fine, because Ben Getty is going to reach both of his hands up, grab the edge of his desk, and push himself away on this rolly chair, and just slide all the way across the room until he is right next to fucking Cosmic and you, Legacy. And
Legacy immediately sticks like a foot out to keep him as far.
he hits your foot, and then he, like, starts to pull himself alongside of your foot, just, like, determined to get in front of Cosmic's face.
Oh my god.
So he's just holding onto your leg.
Fucking get! Oh, you bastard!
Just I'm trying to have a conversation.
You don't have to come right in front of his face or anybody's face for a conversation.
He, like, opens his mouth, takes a breath, and he's gonna argue, and he just goes, and lets go your leg. And then he'll let the chair, like, scoot back a little bit. He spins, and then he slows down, and he stops. He's facing away from everyone, and then he sticks a foot down, and then, like, awkwardly kicks himself so he's facing the right way. And then Cosmic is just watching this whole thing, like, And then Ben Getty points a finger at him and says, You're practicing with VR fighting, right? Cosmic just nods. Yeah, they're with the Full Dive CS22. I'm not very good at it. And Ben Getty just waves a hand. He's just like, that. Okay, so you'd come in like third in a world championship? Fuck off. I don't care. The point is that you have experience with Full Dive. Legacy and Kaya, you're both kind of in the nerd know. Full Dive is a next step in VR.
Yeah,
Where it is rather than having virtual reality where you are using your body to make the controls, it is just literally plugging your brain directly in to the machine, and you're in a different body entirely, though your consciousness is retained. Bear in mind, it is very new, and the only reason you hear about it is because of Cosmic's exposure to it. He was on a very short list of people who had the chance to play on a full dive system, because this is like the first ever real video game console, but the actual company developing it, which I can't remember the name of. I don't remember anything about the world.
If it's that new, that means it's going to be very prone to breakage and very easy to hack.
So possibly it's possible, but the majority of this company, it's effectively like Nintendo of this setting. They were looking to create a groundswell of hype about this new development, and they reached out to professional gamers, and they're like, hey, can we get you to test this shit out and just have a ball with it, and it'll be really cool. To which Cosmic did test it, and he's not a very good publicist because he's not very talkative. But he did get to play it. And Ben Getty, like, you hear about it in like video game magazines and PC Master and other stuff like that, interviews online, any website that's into nerd culture, talking about how the Full Dive is going to revolutionize entertainment as a whole, not just video gaming. It's going to change the way that all people interact with media, because you can just plug directly into the media and leave your body behind, which is a weird implication, but ultimately it's still kind of prenatal, right? But they have that exchange, and Cosmic like shrugs and just goes, I mean, I don't think I'm that good. And Ben Getty just like dismisses that entirely. Cosmic doing his little like awkward shrug that he doesn't know what to say, and Ben Getty just waving a hand, just like, no, it doesn't matter. What matters is, do you still have the system? And Cosmic just like, yeah, I mean, it's a dev console, so it's not really cool looking. It just kind of looks like a bunch of text stuff. And Ben Getty just nods and goes, okay. And he looks straight up to the ceiling, like his eyes look up, but his head doesn't, and he starts to go into thought. And he crosses his legs. I need to get back to my lab. Big time. I have an idea. Marcus, still getting the last bit of stitching done and having a little bit of medicine dabbed along what will now be a very like obvious crescent-shaped face scar. He is like, hey, we still need to talk. I still need to talk to you. And Ben Getty just waves without looking at him. Just, yeah, well, whatever. I don't even know your name. Marcus is just like,
I don't like where any of these conversations are currently going. Just for the record.
Care to share what you're thinking about?
Ben Getty, he looks over to Lockhart. He just goes, well,
He's wanting to plug his
No.
brain into something.
you don't know that. He just immediately points to Legacy.
Why the hell would you need a full dive system then?
To experiment on.
Because you want to put your brain into something, you want to connect it to something, and that's not a good idea.
Well, it
Does it
hasn't
have
been
to do
shown
with
that it's a
it?
bad idea yet.
Does it have to do with this observer of yours?
No, not necessarily. Though it could. That is actually a great idea. And he starts to think again.
Legacy
right about
reaches
then.
reaches out and kicks his stool away. I don't want to be near you right
He rolls. He's like, as he's rolling away, he's like gripping on opposite ends of the chair like a fucking startled monkey. He rolls all the way back, not quite enough to like grab onto the desk to pull himself to the desk, and not quite enough to push himself into any other thing. So he just like awkwardly kicks his foot in the air and like swims close enough to where he can reach out and grab the desk and pull himself to it. After that, Voloska sits up and just licks his thumb and pulls out a thin white sheet from a stack. It's about the size of an index card, and he slaps it right against Marcus's face, and then presses it real hard. And Marcus is like, "Ow, ow! Why did you have to hit it that hard?" He goes, "Shush." There, you're done. Don't get it infected. Don't take this off. And he like points to the bandage.
Legacy immediately bounces up from where she's beside Causeway to come like stare for a second at the handiwork.
So you look at it. The bandage he used is a very old form of synth skin, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a synthetic skin analog that is meant to be placed over top of open wounds or scarring to help stitch the skin back together. It's known to reduce the visibility of scarring, but not eliminate it. And this synth, the best part about this synth skin is that it was cheaply made and mass producible for use in military operations. So this was something that, like, if you saw somebody had a bullet wound, you grab a stack of like 10 and just shove it onto the bullet wound, push really hard, and it will stick there, and you can pull the person back up and say, "Get over it, pussy," and shove them back into the fight. Like, that's what it was made to do. But Voloska has very carefully put and pasted just 1-2 across his cheek so that it covers up the wound and it'll heal nicely. And you can see there's like, he's got a bandage around the lower part of his lip. He's got another like band-aid pasted right along the side of his eyebrow. He looks like a mess. He's still got some purple and swelling, but he looks way better than he did when you saw him in the hallway on the floor. It's remarkable that he even, like, at that point, he was even awake. But now he looks like a normal recovering person.
Oh.
And you're staring at him, and he's just like, hi. Does it look okay?
She kind of tilts her head. Well, super strength plus scar. You'll start looking the part.
He gets a really, like, just dumbass smile across his face, and he's just like, do you really like scars?
Try not to add any more.
Don't encourage him.
He like smiles and just goes, that's a fair point. This one is good. This was a good enough scar for now.
And with that, she'll like peck him quickly on the cheek and then wander off.
He's looking much more energetic and right as rain, so he like swivels around on the table and like lets his feet hang over and watches you run back to your seat, and then looks over to Ben Getty, who is currently scrambling over to the desk. Now you can see Lockhart, since you're close enough. He's actually gone back to his gibberish that he's been typing this whole time.
Uh-huh.
He deleted it and is typing notes now. So I should correct myself. He deleted most of it. There's like 1.5 lines of just like garbage text that he highlighted a bunch of it, pressed enter like 7 times, and then started typing notes. And so you can see that he's typing something now about a handful of ideas, all of them related to getting his hands on full dive, experimental full dive tech.
So, Legacy is going to turn towards Neon now. Because Neon's just chilling there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you are an anti-cartel gang member.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
You have a bar in this ward.
Not this ward. I don't know what ward it is in, actually. I assume it's in the Japan ward. The Japantown ward.
Let me double check, but I will tell
We
you.
never
in a-
established where it is, but
Yes.
I assume that's where I live.
I mean, if you wanted it to be in this ward, it could be. It would be much in the same sort of environment as Veloska's shop, because it's not a massive chain. It would not have the benefits of being in a high public area. But it would also have the benefits of being, like, low-key.
High class below key.
High class, but low-key. Okay.
Yeah.
So outside of this ward, it sounds like.
Okay. Maru-Q Ward.
Maruki, right.
Maru-Q Ward is the other commercial shopping center, but it's more closely appealing to youth culture.
Okay.
Why do I recognize that? We've been there. One of us has been there.
That... I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is true, but I think Maru-Q Ward was the first place you went to check the sewers for the mole people.
Could be.
I'm not sure.
So,
Wait, we went there for shopping before the race.
yes.
Yes.
I knew I recognized the ward name.
Where's the list of all the places again?
Yes, okay. So, I have a document of that in Roll20. Let
Yeah,
me
I thought
get
you
that.
had it. I'm just looking for it now. Let's see it. Locations here. No.
Here, hold on. I had it listed with a couple of high point places, but I was like, this is too overwhelming. I'm just gonna keep this much more simple. I will delete this.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But anyway, so Legacy will be like, so you own a bar.
Yep.
And you're pretty sure that none of the cartel's gonna come bother you at this bar?
Positive.
Okay. And she kind of nods as you get this like she makes this like little finger motion like she is like checking off something in her head. And then her eyes turn to Lockhart. And you have do you have a place?
I move around a lot.
I know you don't like giving answers, but I do need a yes or no.
I have a place to stay if needed.
That's not just Velasquez, right? Because I think he wants to kick us out soon.
Yes.
She looks sideways. Not answering.
And Getty looks up after after that initial question. He looks to you, Lockhart, and he just goes, "Well, they'll not stay at my place."
Wait, what'd you say?
What'd he say?
They're not staying at my place.
I never said they had to.
I'm not saying we're leaving. I'm not saying that we're going to anybody else's places. Thank you. I'm just trying to put together a list of what we have to move forward with.
I'll text you the address when you want to meet up. I need everybody's phone numbers.
You've already got
Not mine.
mine.
Mari Q Ward is adjacent to Sishin Ward.
Okay, so it's close.
Yes.
Yeah.
So would it theoretically be easier to get from this ward to that one and then leave from there?
More than likely, you could. It is feasible that you could get passage to Mari Q Ward, where there is no lockdown, or at least security will be a lot lighter / different, and you could, if not get an escort out, you could at least have a better chance of sneaking out.
Okay.
Alright.
And Legacy looks at Kaya.
Kaya's given up the pretense of tinkering with Larry. She's just watching everyone talk right now.
Whether we like it or not, we do kind of have to go home at some point. I don't know about you, but I need some things, even if we're not staying there.
Yeah. So, where are we going? Are we going...
Marcus holds up a hand and just goes, "I have a spare couch bed."
Okay, and where do you live? Like what ward?
He scratches the back of his head. I live in a different part of Adam's Ward. It's much closer to the border of Voyager.
Okay. And do I know where Cosmic lives? Vaguely.
Cosmic? You likely don't, because it's not something that he would ever have thought to mention, but you could easily just be like, where do you live?
So she just like after she gets that answer from Marcus, she just like looks over her shoulder at Cosmic and stares him down until he answers.
He just like looks left and right and just goes, I live in an upper part of Marikyu.
Okay. So that means we have Veloska and Seishin. We have Neon and Cosmic in Marikyu. Whatever. Marcus and Kaya and Legacy's apartments are all in Adam's ward.
Mhm.
Where was Ben Geddes? Because Ben Geddes wasn't in Adam's ward.
And Getty's,
Mariposa, right?
No, it was past Mariposa. I think it was in Amal.
yes.
Okay. And Lockhart still won't fucking answer the question.
Yep.
Really fucking difficult here. So Legacy like maps it out in her head. It's not. So getting out to Neon's bar or to Cosmic's apartment would be the fastest and possibly safest rather than trying to get the train back to Adam's ward. And right now, I don't think any of us can handle more risk than necessary. Because you two still looked a little fucked up, not gonna lie.
My bar had an attic that you guys can sleep in. It's furnished and everything.
Appreciate it.
If you need to spend the night there.
And if we can't get back to home soon-ish, we might need to, we might need to lift a computer from somebody, somewhere.
Sure, I can do that.
Wait, you can?
If you need me to steal something, I can do that.
Well
Then
then.
Getty like he looks over at Neon and looks impressed, and he just goes, nice.
I'm a thief. That's what I do.
Wait. So, is just thief, or because I know that one punches things really hard, and I think that's most of what she does, other than avoid questions. And she points at Lockhart.
I twitch.
Neon like takes her geisha fan and like she unfolds it so she blows like air into her face, and then she like tosses it and it like sticks into a wall. Like where somebody's like I assume like an advertisement was of like some person, and it just
Yeah, it's like it doesn't even like it just shunk like dead still, and then you hear like Ben Getty just goes fuck off, and then Veloska's like, why'd you have to throw it at the wall? You can make point without damaging my wall.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay.
And then she goes and retrieves the fan that just sits back down.
So thief and stabby. Okay, got it. And she looks at Kai. I don't know that you're gonna need the tire iron much longer unless you just really, really like it. Keep getting ones like that.
Well, I still need it for my bike. Wait, I don't have a fucking bike anymore. Oh my god. Are we going to a bar? I think I need a fucking drink.
Can you steal a bike too?
I
Looks back
have
at Neon.
No,
I have
no.
a vehicle that we can use if we need to drive there. It's
Yeah.
by my place.
Sure.
But
I just-
her bike kind of blew up, blew
Oh,
up
I
slash got
Probably
eaten.
steal a bike too.
No,
Sure.
I don't want to steal a bike. I want to build one.
Well, you can steal a bike
That-
and take it apart and make it how you like it.
Then Getty, he doesn't look up. He's typing notes, and he just holds up a finger and just goes, "I'll help," and goes back to typing.
I thought that was part of the deal.
Yeah.
He stops and then looks over his shoulder. He just goes, "I was trying to be nice."
Since when are you fucking nice?
He just scowls and fine. See if I'm ever nice to you again.
Fine. I won't be nice to you either, fucker.
Good.
Okay. Before they begin kissing, let's be off, shall we?
Ben Getty sticks out his tongue at you.
I'm just glad that he's arguing with somebody other than me for once. Kind of like stage whispers to Cosmic.
Cosmic, like, watching this whole thing go down, Cosmic is just like, is this always how it is?
This is a good day. I mean, for this part of it.
Oh.
You clearly weren't listening to me and Kaya and Lindis arguing in the backgrounds of her streams.
No, I get really into the game when I'm playing.
Understandable.
Look, are we going?
It is, at this point, it is like 12:30, 1 a.m.
I don't know if that's going to be good or bad for us trying to get through. Although, I mean, there should be a mass exodus attempting to leave this ward.
I actually have a question here.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing with having a vehicle is you're able to get around a lot easier. Would that apply here?
For most cases, yes. The lockdown will still impact vehicle travel when it's going in between wards. Getting from one part of the ward to another with a vehicle, extremely easy with a vehicle.
Okay.
Like, if you wanted to drive from Veloska's to the hotel instead of walk through the sewers, it would take no time.
Well, we didn't have that option.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Do you need patching up? Because you still took a lot of hits within the past 24 hours.
Who are you talking to?
Kaya.
Oh, okay.
Because Kaya was the last one that spoke in character.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I think I just need sleep. It's just bruising. I don't think there's anything I can do for it. And it's from the crash, so.
Well, then I guess if everybody wants to go trying to get through while crowds are still trying to escape explosion, may not be the worst idea.
We should go separately regardless. I'll give you my address and I'll go ahead. And with that, she grabs her coat, walks out, texts you the address of her bar.
So as soon as you walk out, Neon, you can see that there's no PMCs patrolling the streets like there were before, but you can see the lights of HVACs going to and fro in the air.
Yeah.
There's lots of people, or at least a lot more people, walking around and going down the street. They're not just casually walking. This is very much directed traffic. Like,
yeah.
Like, you get out of the end of a roller coaster and everyone has to walk to the end and the exit area. So people are being kind of shuffled in this pretty wide line down the sidewalk, and some of them are walking in the road. The roads are obviously experiencing some level of control or closure due to the number of people walking. But they're all walking in one direction down the street, away from the direction of the hotel.
Yeah, okay. So I assume we're all going into this to leave, but I'm just going to make sure I'm a little bit ahead, because I don't want to... I know they were seen together. They were not seen together with me, so I want to keep that card in my sleeves as much as I can.
Okay. It's easy enough for you to, as a solo party, get up into the street level and then slip into the herd of people without even anyone batting an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're just being shepherded towards. You can see in the distance there are high capacity HVACs, and they are more rectangular and boxy. They have a very like double decker bus style of look to them, where they're built like this shipping container HVAC with a flat front, and it just hovers planted maybe like 5 or 6 feet above street level. It is as wide as 4 lanes of road. It is a massive transport unit, and people are just cycling on to the stairs from 2 different entrance points. And as you see, there are PMCs down there, but there are also government officials from the actual station, and you can tell who they are. Their armor is marked as a white and orange color, and is more like stormtrooper-y looking, where it's full body rather than these sort of plates and like a hose-fed gun. These guys don't have any obvious rifle. They have 2 different weapons. They have a baton on their left side in a holster, and then a handgun of some nature on their right side. Though their helmets still have that very similar like geometric rectangular boxy look. And they're just directing people to go onto the HVAC at different points.
Alright, perfect. I'll hop on.
Yeah, you don't have to roll for it. You're shepherded on board, and as you're getting on board, there's a government employee wearing a white suit that's cut and patterned in a way that would be similar to the armor. It's just that it is actually cloth and clothing. And this person, they have a shaved head and like really, really sharp eyebrows and a very well-trimmed beard. And this person says, what ward are you going to?
Marukyu.
Marukyu. Alright, that's easy enough. Go find a seat in section B3.
Thank you.
And he's just checking people in, shepherding them to whichever part of the HVAC they need to be on. While this is going on, everyone else, you watched Neon walk out. Are you following behind?
I'm gonna turn to Dr. Veloska and be like, and is he in any condition to be going home? Turning, like, pointing to Ben-Getty.
Ben-Getty, he looks like functional, rattled, but still kind of normal for whatever his normal is.
That's why she's asking the doctor.
Yeah, Veloska like walks over and sits in his chair, real with like a, and then he looks over and just goes, "He can leave. He'll be alright. It just needs some sleep. He'll sleep it off. Even if he was not alright, he'd just fucking leave anyway."
Yeah.
But fortunate for you, and he points to Ben-Getty, who's not looking at him, you are not going to endanger yourself by walking around in the state you're in. Are you listening? What? He just pinches his nose.
Okay. So do she left on her own? Are we splitting up? Like Legacy's asking that in character.
I don't fucking know, man.
I mean, there's a lot of us.
There's what, 2, 4, 6 of us? Alright, I'm assuming the doctor doesn't want to come?
No, I live here.
Yeah. So it's just us, Marcus, Cosmic, Lockhart, Bengetti.
Mm.
We could split up, go into 2s, go into 3s, we could stay as a big group. I don't know. Plus Larry. So that's 7.
Well, I mean, more than that if you're counting Larry, right? Because there's lots of Larrys now.
Yeah, but those are put away. Not the trade secret.
Lockhart has not moved from her spot next to Bengetti, so just pointing that out.
Like, they fucking know that Lockhart's not gonna leave
Yeah.
fucking Bengetti.
Yeah.
They're
Good,
Kaya
good.
and
Just
Legacy are
clarifying.
not dumb.
Yeah,
Good.
like, same way that Kaya's not gonna leave Legacy. Like, it's a matter of, are we going into 3s or are we going into 2s?
It would
Well,
be
there's-
4s or 2s because you can't do 3s and with 4
Oh,
people.
no,
No.
there's
Cosmic
6 of
and
us.
Marcus.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 6 people. Okay.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Alright.
Legacy.
I think Cosmic would come with you guys, and then Lockhart and McGetty can fuck off on our own.
Yeah, that's what I'm figuring. It ends up being Lockhart and Bengetti and then all the rest. Because I don't think Marcus nor Cosmic are going to particularly want to leave Kaya and Legacy.
Marcus was going to offer. Yeah, well, going to. He looks up and and says, "If you don't feel safe at your own place, you can stay at mine. Like I do have a spare couch." And he looks over to Kaya. Just, is that good?
Oh,
It's a nice couch.
Kaya shrugs. At this point, I don't give a shit if it's the fucking floor.
well,
We're not going there yet, anyway. So.
yeah. Getting out of ward is first, and then whether we want to stay at home or not, I need some of my tech because I need to talk to certain people that I can't talk to from the laptop that I currently have. Not without a lot of risk. So, Neon's bar, and then she looks at Cosmic, and I guess you can go home if you want, or grab things if you want, and meet up with us once we get out.
He nods
And-
and
Like, go ahead.
he nods and just like goes with the plan.
And Legacy kind of looks around again, and then kind of leans around just to like look at Lockhart and Bengetti a little bit closer. It's like, well, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be good. This is, oh boy. And she stands up and starts heading towards the door.
Wait, Legs, we didn't talk about... whatever. Meet you there, I guess. Fuck. Come on, Larry.
Larry just floats upward in like a spiral, and then starts to putter alongside with you. Okay. Well, thanks for letting us use your place, Doc. Dr. Velisca doesn't look up. So it's yes, whatever. And is there anything else as anyone wants to do, or do we want to smash cut to everyone arriving at home, or potentially encounters where we
I have a
arrive?
question.
Yeah.
Do we still have the getaway bag, or did you leave that here?
Fucking Legacy still has her fucking like over the shoulder bag that has the laptop and a bunch of Red Bull cans and like a handful of tools now. That's all she has on her.
Okay, so she doesn't have Veloska's getaway bag.
Yeah, she probably brought it back here and just dropped it. She didn't have the getaway bag. That was you or Kaya. She had the tool bag.
Oh, I thought we were putting it all in one bag. My bad.
No, she would not be strong enough to carry all that shit. She has the toolbox that she kept.
It'd be either Kaya or Lockhart, and I assume Kaya because Lockhart needs her 2 fists for them to catch hands.
Well, did you leave it here, or did you take it with?
She would have offered like, "Hey, do you want this back?"
He would look at it and be like, yes, give me. And he'll get up and stomp over and open the bag. He'll pull out the rifle and a handful of the medical supplies. He'll leave 1 or 2 med kits in there. He'll leave 4 air hypos. And then he'll leave a replacement arm and a replacement leg. But everything else he takes.
All right.
I want to get 2 air hypos from the doctor if possible.
Hey, are you gonna ask him, or do you just want him to grab? Okay, yeah. He looks over and just goes, "Duh," and he'll grab 2 out of it and toss them to you, no hesitation.
Thanks. And I grab them, pop, and pocket them. Just in case.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Legacy just seems like one of the common eccentric motherfuckers if they check her bags. It's like, why the fuck do you have a rusted scalpel, a bent Phillips head, and a almost busted pair of pliers? I don't know. It lives in my bag.
Yeah. Nice.
So I think we're all heading towards, except for Cosmic ? Heading towards Neon's bar, if we can, first. Whether Cosmic wants to go there first or wants to go to his apartment first, since he lives in the same ward.
Yeah, he's gonna go to his apartment first.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's see. Here.
And Legacy, because she's got the giant hoodie, as soon as she gets close enough to the HVAC and sees all the shit going on, she knows that her facial scanner or facial scrambler is not going to fly. So she'll turn that off before they can catch her. But she will lift her hood so that she can obscure as much of herself as possible.
Yeah, no.
Hey.
I just do shit.
Oh.
Kaya is also not juggling multiple identities.
Exactly. No, Kaya's got one identity. That's all she needs, man.
She's got one identity, and it's having a crisis.
It is. Oh, jeez.
Is there a jacket or something, or fucking something to hide Ben Getty
Oh.
at all?
Oh,
I mean, we could-
it's easy enough.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she's gonna definitely stay close to him. If he doesn't want to go, then I guess Lockhart's not going. But if he does, then she is.
He wants to get back to his equipment.
Ben Getty wants to get back to his equipment. He types up a handful of notes, and then he will put his hands around put his hand behind his head, and then kick his feet up into a cross-legged position, and he'll say, "Okay, well, I'm done. Let's go. I want to go home."
So you don't want to meet up with the others then?
What? What's going on? I wasn't paying attention. I was writing notes.
Facepalm. They were all meeting up at some bar to explain information. I'm not completely sure, to be honest.
Well, and Legacy also is pointing out it would be safer to get to the bar and then get to other wards from there. So it wasn't just a meetup. It was also a okay, this is how we get safely, more safely.
step 1 of go home plan.
Yes.
And it's a bit of it's a long way around, but it's safer, so to speak.
He just grimaces and just goes, "Fine, I guess we can go to a bar." And he gets up and begrudgingly walks, like, gets ready to walk out the door. He's like slipping on his like shitty sandals. And Voloska looks at him and just raises an eyebrow. Did you want to be more incognito, or do you just want to walk out and look like a misplaced beach bum?
The former.
Ben Getty
preferred?
just, huh?
The former preferred. First, yeah, incognito.
He reaches down, pulls open one of the lower, like a big lower drawer on his desk. Inside, you can see that there's piles of cloth, some folded, some not. He reaches in and pulls out a gray hoodie that has just a Ogremok logo on it. And it is a size triple XL because Voloska is a big person, and he throws it over to you, Lockhart. You only have one.
I'm not as concerned about myself, but thank you.
Ben Getty looks at the hoodie and then looks at Lockhart, then turns to Voloska and then turns back to Lockhart and just goes, You want me to wear that?
Do you have any better ideas?
Yes. Not doing that.
You know, I could carry you if I have to, right?
He tilts his head. Well, if you're offering to carry me the whole way there, that would be just lovely.
This fucking guy.
Okay. I'm gonna toss the I'm gonna walk up to him and like toss the jacket over him and pick him up so he's over my shoulder.
You with literally no effort on your part, he like gets pelted in the face with the jacket. He's like scrambling to get it off his face, and then you grab him by the waist, heave him over your shoulder like a sack of potatoes, and he's just like, "No, not fucking why? Why would you do this?" And he's like scrambling and like wiggling. He's not hard to keep a hold on.
You said he wanted to be carried.
You know I did not mean this.
Do I? I don't know. This seems to be the easiest way.
You can feel daggers in the back of your head as he stares
Jacket
at
or
you.
sack of potatoes, your choice.
There's a noticeable silence, and then you feel this harumph of a gesture, which you take as consent of, "Fine, wear the jacket." He doesn't say it.
I set him down.
You set him down, and you can see his arms are crossed, and he's like glowering.
Just go ahead and drop the hoodie on top of him. Just like,
Yeah,
potato
yeah.
sack down.
I actually put the hoodie so it like goes over him with his arms still crossed.
It's like you place it so that the hoodie goes over his head, and it just slides all the way down, and it like covers his entire upper torso and part of his like down to just above the knees. And you can see this grumpy half expression from the hood that's covering part of his face. And he just goes, Why does everyone in this area insist on humiliating me?
Because you make it too easy.
Do I?
Quite.
That was rhetorical.
And how many rhetorical questions have you answered this past 24 hours?
That is not what's being questioned here. Like, he throws his hands. You can see, like, he's trying to uncross his arms, and there's, like, a big flumble underneath the main body of the coat, and then his, like, one arm makes it out of the hoodie sleeve, and the other one makes it out of the sleeve, and he takes the actual hood and pulls it back. And he looks like, kind of like a little kid.
Lockhart is very bemused.
Doing the Lord's work is what she's doing.
Now, since you're complying, is there anything you need me to carry?
No. I guess. And he just, like, throws his arms up and makes the sleeves flop. Can we just go? When I get to the bar, can I take this off?
I guess.
He narrows his eyes and just goes, "Why am I asking your permission? I'm taking this off when we get to the bar."
It's because she's taller. That's obviously the answer. She opens the door. She'll hand him one of the hypos, just in case.
And he'll take it, and he's like, he looks up at you and says, "Are you worried about something?"
The look of kind of like she's kind of kidding around or whatever, definitely like drops slowly, and she just kind of nods her head.
He does this. He kind of searches your face for a second, and after a bit, he relents and says, "Okay, well, how about I don't get shot?" And he sticks it in his pants pocket. He goes to put it in his pants pocket, and then he like rubs it against the side of the hoodie, and then he's like, "Fucking!" And he like grabs. He has to pull the hoodie up like a skirt, and then reach his jeans, and then put it in his pocket. I'll have you know, it's not within arm's reach. So if I need to use that, and it's life or death, it's death. Because of this hoodie, and he like grabs the hoodie and pulls it to like show you that
there's
this
no
is
like front pocket to the hoodies.
There
Around
is.
his knees.
Yeah, there is a front pocket, but he's not
okay.
using it.
It always holds it in your hand. Not like anyone will see.
No, not gonna hold it in my hand. It's weird.
She
It's
just
a
shrugs.
medical drug.
She just shrugs.
He just does not know how to go about any of this, and he just like closes his eyes and breathes out for a second. He's like, let's just go. I just want to leave, and I want to go home, but no, we're going to bar so that we can talk about plans. And he's like waving his hands in the air.
She kind of shrugs again, and as they step out, going up towards, start stepping up the thing, she kind of turns to him and says, "What you said earlier, you won't get shot while I'm here. That's for sure."
Well, thanks, I guess.
She continues forward.
He hesitates for just a moment and then runs to catch up with you. Just like, and once you all leave, everyone is out of Veloska's house. You get about 5 or 6 steps away from the door, and then you hear a stunk of a lock.
To really piss him off by all of us coming here tomorrow anyway.
You think that'll keep us out?
You fed the stray cats. They belong here now.
So, we will take a quick 5-minute break, and then we can reconvene at the bar.
At the bar. I hope Neon
At
has
the tool shed.
Because Kaya needs it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Now the game is how shit-faced are they all gonna get tonight before they head home next day?
Mm-hmm.
Because we all do probably just need to crash at the bar so that wounds can be healed.
Yeah, please. Kaya has had... I think Kaya and Lockhart have been injured since the fucking space fight.
Yep.
Fucking, yeah, the Dreamer fight. Because that was yesterday in-game.
Damn, that was yesterday.
It's
Well,
been-
no,
it's been-
technically it's 2 days because it's like past midnight, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's just been a crazy 48 hours. It's like every single thing that could pop off has popped off in 48 hours.
Yep. Everything. I wonder if I could do the thing. Oh boy. Time for rollies at the bar.
And also, Legacy needs to find Lindis's shit tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, if we're doing rollies, is Joe gonna have to roll for all of the NPCs?
That would be
Oh
fun.
god. Oh god.
Joe, Neon's gonna tell Cosmic to get a picture of the 3 of them. That him, Too Cute, and Lindis, and something of Too Cute's. And Neon will tell one of you guys to get something of Lindis's as well.
We're not going
Okay.
home.
Okay. I thought you were stopping there briefly and then coming back. Okay.
We can't. That's the problem.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, they're gonna crash at the bar for at least the night, I imagine.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
And then-
absolutely fine.
Cosmic's going straight to his apartment. But the rest of us are crashing at the bar to heal and recuperate and drink and plan for how to get home. Because we all have to not only just get a ward over, we have to get like a wing over.
Yeah. Plus, bonding time.
Okay.
We'll say, Joe, while we're at the bar before Kaya fucking drinks herself into a fucking little coma, could she use 2 cash to get Larry's last tag or install it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Wait, sorry. Did you say you wanted to do that on the way to the bar?
No, once we get there, before she gets shit-faced.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just like, can Kaya, as soon as they get there, just like off screen, just fucking like plow through all of the fucking cash she has on everything. Just get everything fucking pre-ordered.
I will say if
she was
you
doing
want
shopping
to,
on the ride over.
if you want to, like, on the way over, pull up on your phone, like, pre-order a bunch of stuff, or like delivery order whatever, so that you can, on the walk to the bar, walk by a couple of stores and shit. Because Marikyu is a shopping district. So as you're walking to the bar, you can just grab and go. Just make a list of everything you want and DM it to me. I'm gonna get water.
Okay, here's the. Okay, Sure. I don't know how to phrase this, but here.
Just write a list of stuff that you want.
I did. I'm sending it now.
You just
I
want
planned
like
this
X
out.
amount of cash of parts, right? For like good shit.
Yeah. I sent you a list.
This list is shit.
Legacy needs to find.
I'm kidding. I can't actually see the list.
What'd you say?
I first said this list is shit because I wanted to get a reaction out of you, but I actually can't see it because I'm standing across the room.
Oh, I see. It's just a list of stuff. I'm not gonna list out the specific bike parts because I'm not smart. Kaya is.
Yeah, you don't need to list out the bike parts. You could just say
Thank
bike
you.
parts.
Bike parts.
Although that stuff should probably be like ordered and just shipped to the apartment. So it's probably like in boxes outside the apartment by the time we arrive there.
Yeah, that's the plan. I don't want to carry like whole ass motorcycles worth of parts with us to the bar. Like no, like that shit's pre-ordering. But like the other stuff, that'd be cool if she could get that on the way there. So that's what Shakai is doing with her hands.
I want to know what the stuff is now.
You'll see, if Joe allows it. Getty walks through the door. Everyone's like, "Who's the kid?"
Wow.
The Legacy just like, why didn't I get a big jacket?
You're already wearing one.
Wait, hold up. We gotta talk about something very important.
What's up?
What happened to Lindis's fox?
I assume
She got-
Cosmic had it.
Cosmic has it.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I just remembered because I was going through these lists of assets. I was like, wait a second. Forgot about my
Cosmic has adopted Foxo.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, how much cash did Linda send Kaya?
12?
12.
12. Okay, so Kaya has 14 cash because she has 2 from the assistant manager. She must.
Spend it now.
I was gonna say, could Kaya have given it to Veloska? Given 2 cash to Veloska?
Sure.
Yeah, she feels bad. He helped them. So, and they've been kind of nuisances to him. So she'd give him the 2 cash.
Replace the arm that he has given Kaya and the couple of cases Red Bull that Legacy and Bengetti probably worked through.
Yeah.
That reminds me, Lockhart was able to return the wrench.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna have to do some gig work because I need to buy some things too. I am being reminded of this.
All right.
You good?
Yes, I'm good. Got water.
All right.
Ready to fucking go. Alright, alright.
But yeah, just order parts to be delivered to their place for the bike.
Mm-hmm. Do you want parts for the... So you want parts for the tag, you want parts for the bike,
Yep.
you want parts for the bracelets?
Yep.
Do you want those delivered to the apartment or to the bar?
The bracelets? I think the bar. That would be what she's working on. Like, how long will it take her to do Larry's tag?
Maybe like an hour.
Yeah. It'll keep her busy. So yeah, probably to the bar. The bike parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all shuffle down into a very similar moving situation that Neon experienced, where it's a lot of being shepherded onto a big multi-person inter-ward travel shuttle. And let me get this little map ski going. I'm making a quick thing I should have made 1,000 years ago. Save this. $810. This needs to be venti. Fine. It's not perfectly to scale, but we're going to go here first so that you can see where things are laid out.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is something I should have made, like, right away, but I didn't because fuck it, I'm lazy. Haha. Did I miss anything?
Oh, so we've not been to the third wing as of yet, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The Black Pyramid is in Voyager.
Yeah.
I can put that down here, just...
So Voyager is like the fancy word, right?
Voyager is where all them rich boy types like to congregate.
So yes.
Yes.
Why is it next to Adam's word, which is
Well, that's because every time, trust me, any big city, when you have the ritzy spot, the hippie part is right beside it, and Adam's word is the hippie part.
okay.
Correct.
For that spot that's like 10 minutes outside of downtown that has the dive bars and the CBD shops.
Yeah. The CBD shop you find in Voyager looks like an Apple store. The CBD shop you find in Adam's Ward looks like a CBD shop. But y'all was here, and now you're here. With very little fuss. It is a lot of security and a lot of ID checking and scanning. but none of you are on any sort of list.
Yet.
So you're all able to go pretty harmlessly through the system.
Okay, can we move past the song that has words in it? Just small request.
Yes.
Thank you.
So,
And
I want this-
Maxine
I wanna
is Kaya's NPC, right?
No, that's your crazy
Maxine-
dreamer lady.
Oh,
Maxine
okay. My
is
crazy
the
lady.
yeah. We haven't gotten to her yet, but she does live in Amal Ward.
Then what's your aunt's name again?
You would have heard Kaya call her Rat. That's
Rat.
Kaya's crazy lady.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that we need at the moment.
Nice.
Yeah, Kaya just gets a bunch of fucking parts. She's gonna stress build and drink the night away.
Good.
Oh,
Great.
yeah. Oh, and Legacy gets 3 cash.
Wait, what?
Legacy gets 3 cash from Kaya.
3
Yeah,
cash.
before as you are boarding the shuttle, Legacy, you get a ping for 3 cash worth of money from Kaya. So you can also spend that as we transition over if you want to.
I think I know what I'm going to be spending it on, but I have not, since I have not had cash. I do not know any assets except for 1 or 2. I have had this makes the grand total of cash I have had throughout this entire game 6. I spent my other 3. No, I don't.
About a session as Lindis.
I don't think I even, like, last time I had, it may be 5, because I think I only spent 2 to get my other like hacking program. I am broke bitch here because I don't spend the time to make money.
Same.
Damn it, now I'm gonna have to go find the book and look at the assets.
Yep. Tree cash.
Tree. Okay. So we get to the bar.
Yep. And I will bring it here. So as you are walking down the streets, you come up to Piper, do you want to describe how it looks?
Okay, so yeah, so from the outside, there's not much like neon or anything outside. It looks like it's been one of those like coffee shops that has been there for like 100+ years, but it obviously isn't really. It has like old school wood and stuff, so it looks like a small, quaint little coffee shop. But on the inside, there's like a dark, rustic neon sort of theme to it with like some like electro jazz playing in the background.
This is like a neo speakeasy. It's
Yeah.
got that kind of chill vibe. It's retro futuristic. It's very anachronistic.
Yeah.
And when you walk in, JJ works here, correct?
He has his own bar.
Oh, he has his own bar. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We spread out.
Did you want him to meet you here?
Yeah, he can meet me here. That's fine.
Okay. Because I didn't know if you wanted him to be involved in this conversation or not, but
Yeah.
he got your message. And what's the other one? Gotta get your backstory
Hanako.
pulled up. Yes, Hanako. Okay. So,
I have
and
an image
Legacy.
for JJ, not for her.
Say what?
I have an image for JJ, but not for her.
Okay. What is the image for JJ?
JJ is Junior from Ruby.
Who the
My
shitting?
fucking god, really? From the game trailer.
Oh!
Junior.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay, well, it's him. Well,
The first thing I could think of.
Don't worry, Amy. I'm just as in the dark as
Hang
you are
on,
this
hang
time.
on, hang on.
it's
Hang on.
fine. He's an absolute chode. The actual character. I can post a very good image of him that is fan art.
Hang on. Oh, this one's not bad. If you have a better image, you can send it, but I'm sending one I found.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I was going to say, because he has his own bar set up, I was going to use this one.
That works too.
Oh.
Yeah.
But if you wanted he and Hanako to meet you...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, as you get there, you see first the aesthetic of the bar. It's very innocuous on the outside, like kind of low, not very not going to draw attention to itself, and it's got a subtle coolness to it. And then when you walk in, you're actually greeted with this more bold but retro future style. And behind the counter, you see you recognize Neon. He beat you there and helped himself. He is cleaning two glasses. They're cleaning a glass and has a bottle pulled down already. You see JJ. And he flicks two fingers up in greeting and just goes, "Hey there."
Hey. She'll set her coat down on one of the coats. Goes over to the bar. Takes some top shelf stuff. And begins pouring. She sets like 5 glasses down, like 5-6 glasses, and like just sets them in a line and just pours all the way across.
Oh shit! I guess it's a party tonight, isn't it?
More of a wake than a party, but yeah.
Well, he looks over to the rest of the group, who starts to trickle in after. Hanako walks in. Hanako's not there yet, but everyone else starts to get there little by little. First, you have the Kaya and Legacy and Marcus. And then just a few minutes after that, you have... God, I can't remember any names when it comes right down to it. Ben Getty and Lockhart.
There you go. Well,
Yeah, and you all walk in and see everything. It's a very nice... It's small, but not like cramped or tiny. It's like a cozy small.
Yeah, cozy. Welcome to Bitter Dark. Come take a seat. We already got drinks for you. JJ, you're gonna want to lock the door for me after this.
Yep.
Cosmic may be coming, just so that everyone is aware. I don't know if he's just gonna like crash at his place or if he's planning on coming, but don't kill him if he shows up, please.
We're not gonna kill him.
JJ walks past you. He's a pretty tall, imposing-looking guy, but he's a big person, very much like Voloska and Marcus, kind of smashed together. But he doesn't have this kind of threatening air. He just has the physicality of someone who's very, very intimidating. But as he walks around, and you kind of see from his maneuvering and his body posturing, he doesn't seem to be a very aggressive person on the outside. But he'll slide over to the door and slip the lock shut and start to lower the shading on the windows. So, what brings you all in? Friends of Neon?
Well, I guess we're friends now. I just met them today, though.
Associates of Neon.
Legacy finds her seat and finds her drink and just kind of like stares at JJ for a minute. And then she looks at Nia. You haven't told him, have you? He doesn't know.
You guys just arrived. Or I only just arrived a little bit ago. JJ, listen, Kayoung, well, she got caught up with that explosion, and she won't be making it back.
His smile kind of flickers, and it fades, and then comes right back, and he just goes, "Oh shit! It is more of a wake than a party."
Neon just nods.
Well, it's not gonna be easy telling Hanako, but it'll be a lot easier with a drink in me.
Well, we drink top shelf tonight. So, that's at it.
He like walks over, reaches the top shelf, grabs one bottle, and then looks at it, sets it behind him on the counter, reaches up, grabs another one, looks at it, sets it behind the counter, and then grabs one more and then sets it behind the counter. And just like a whole array so that he can mix whatever. Marcus, watching him do that, like, he looks over to Legacy and just goes, "Can we afford this?"
She opens her mouth.
Free tonight.
Oh yeah, that answers that.
If you want to donate afterwards, I accept it, but it's on the house tonight.
Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, y'all need it.
Lacey makes room in front of her, like with the glass beside laptop, puts laptop down. She has to start working now. She plugs herself in. She has to start working.
Is Lacey gonna drink her drink?
She's sipping on it. She's a very small person. She cannot drink that much before it becomes a problem. And so she wants to get a little bit of work done before it becomes a problem.
Oh yeah. Gaia slammed her fucking drink down, and Gaia's working on Larry's tag.
Marcus, having no other recourse, drums his fingers on the table and just goes, "So, cool bar you got here. Is it yours?
Yep, I own it.
Oh,
You said you had an attic here, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Can we crash here tonight?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
Anyone
thank
with
you.
a cause is welcome to come here.
Thanks.
Actually, let me. Nope.
Oh, no.
Okay. Never
Oh, no.
mind. Like she just like freezes and kind of like looks at Neon very intently, and then looks at JJ very intently, and then goes back to her computer.
you look at JJ and he, like, without missing a beat, looks back at you and then winks and then looks at Marcus and then gets this like, maybe I shouldn't have done that look on his face. But Marcus doesn't react. He either didn't see it or didn't care.
Hmm.
Well, what's the plan here? I mean, is there a next step?
The next step is to drink and mourn our lost friends, and then tomorrow we discuss.
Legs?
I'm trying to decide if Legacy would start digging into Lindis's shit now or not.
Hmm.
Do it.
Yeah, she probably would start doing it as a kind of precaution of making sure more as a starting of like, okay, Lindis has been killed and or snatched. Let me make sure that what she has connected to our apartment and everything is still secure.
Yeah.
And so I imagine at that point she'd probably come across whatever breadcrumbs Lindis left for her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which was the entire recorded conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You would,
Yeah.
if you dug around, mostly because you know Lindis and Lindis knows that you would have gone searching through her things, you would have sifted through and then found something that you did not recognize, and that was a recording. And if you had listened to it for even a few seconds, you probably would have been able to determine the nature of the recording, like a long monologue that seemingly was something you did not realize, or that Joseph Diego didn't realize was going on.
Yeah, I imagine like Legacy like has like one earbud kind of in as she's like doing this work at first, because that's the way, like, if she needs to listen to something, she needs to listen to it without like disturbing anybody else. And then you just see her going from typing to freeze and a bit paler, looking kind of sick, and then just like slam on the space bar to stop whatever she's listening to.
What's going on? Is it freaking bullshit again? What is it? Stop looking at the screen.
Everybody needs to hear this.
Neon stops, turns, and looks at Legacy.
Yeah, this is. And you see her take out the earbud and like fumble for a second to like get it unattached and to get the speakers coming back. And just like slide back to the front and start it over again. So everybody gets to hear the evil villain monologue.
When does it cut off, Joe?
So you paused it, right? Like just for a few seconds into it.
But then she rewinds it to all the way to the start again before she hits play.
Yeah, so you rewound it all the way to the beginning, but it goes all the way up until you hear the second and final crack, and then her phone is broken.
Fuck.
Like I assume that you were hearing it, and then you hear what sounds like someone choking, and then you hear a snap, and then you can still hear someone else choking, and then you're like, you can hear this just confused, like it sounds like Joseph Diego is being hit with an electric shock. You hear struggling and gasping, and then you hear the struggling stop after the second hit.
Neon, can you get me like a fucking sextuple of whiskey right now?
Sexto of whiskey coming up.
What the fuck?
Marcus, like, mouth open. Wait, did you give that through an earbud, or did you play that?
Played it. Yeah, so everybody in the bar would hear it.
Oh boy.
Holy shit.
So Lockhart and Ben Getty, you're there. You hear this too.
And the part about needing Ben Getty's brain.
Yeah, and Ben Getty he looks incredibly confused and unnerved.
Lockhart is clenching the back of the chair, maybe breaking a little bit. Sorry, not sorry. She's pissed, but also seemingly a little scared.
There's, like, as she listened to this, like, all hint of color that Legacy had, even though the very little amount that it was is gone. It's just, like, mouth open. And then you see her jaw starting to work as she starts trying to talk. And she stands up and she starts pacing, kind of ping-ponging around the room, just randomly.
Marcus, like, he leans on the counter and then, like, puts one hand in his hair. His elbow starts to slide. He puts his head on the countertop and takes his other hand, puts it on the back of his head, just kind of pressing his forehead into the countertop, the cool countertop. Not saying anything.
So give me a refresher, just because it's been like a month and a half. So well, it's talking about he needs Spaghetti's brain to merge it with the Dreamer.
He needs
Something,
Spaghetti's brain to help to get him to tame the Dreamer, is the implication.
Right. What else did it go over? It went,
He wants to
The-
become an eldritch god by
he wants to
merging with
become
it.
Eldritch Techno God.
Yeah, the gist of it was he and Johann Ben Getty the first were working on this project together. They went through a couple iterations. They found one that finally worked. It escaped containment in some way. Johann Ben Getty the first leaves the picture somewhere in there. At another point, he discovers that Johann Ben Getty II is out and about and wants to utilize his brain so that he can take advantage of the Observer, because the ultimate goal is to fuse his consciousness into the Dreamer, into the Observer, so that he can become a higher being of some kind, something that has all the creative power of a human and all the flexibility of a brain with all the capacity and power of a machine. And that is the goal. Through that end, there is a wellspring of data, a horde of data that exists physically on Earth, but it is transmitted to Grand Cross, which is how they were able to work on the Observer here.
Okay. Okay, I am caught up.
Yeah.
I don't understand half of what is going on, but it sounds pretty rough.
Kaya is gonna fucking whirl around in her fucking seat, lock eyes with Ben Getty, and say, "You need to fucking start talking. Like now."
Ben Getty, he just like shakes his head and just goes, what? What do you want me to say? I don't know who's fucking doing this.
You knew about the Observer beforehand.
That is different. It's a lot harder to explain than just me knowing about it.
Right?
Legacy scrambles back to her computer after she's got some of the nervous energy out. She is going to copy and disseminate that recording into as many of the devices and drives that she has access to and is fairly certain is secure.
Mhm.
So if she can access like her phone, her arm, she'll grab Kaya's phone. She's getting as many backups of this thing as humanly possible that she is fairly certain is with somebody that is not, or on a device and with somebody that's not going to give it up.
If
When you-
Legacy will allow it, Lockhart will even hand her phone.
So you start to upload that to various devices. As you're doing that, Marcus sits up, runs a hand through his hair, and then looks over, and then does a double take, and then starts to move over, slides over to Legacy and just goes, "Oh, what are you doing? Are you uploading this?"
Not. Eventually, yes, but we need to make sure that this doesn't get deleted if, this computer goes away or if Lindis's saved information gets taken over. We need to place this on at least everybody here's phone. I will put some extra security on as many of them as I can. And any of the... I can remotely access certain parts of my rig, and I can get it there. And she just kind of, panic talks as she it continues working.
He like holds a hand up and just goes, "Okay, I understand. Um, I want to make a point. We can save as many copies as we like, but we need to really be careful if we try to disseminate this to anyone public. If this just gets leaked, it's going to become an internet rumor and lose all the punch. Okay? If it's going to come out, it has to really stick. It can't just be some creepypasta weird story that just gets thrown up online, even if it is a recording. There are so many easy ways to fake a recording."
Legacy is like collecting phones and kind of pauses for a second and looks at him and it's like, yeah, staring at him, but not so much staring at him, thinking. I can work on that. I know people, and she mumbling to herself, starts working on adding a little bit more security on people's phones and shit. And anybody's who will give her their phone, she will take and add. And she is also going to send a message to Hijack.
Another one? Okay.
And you guys can continue as Legacy now has a project to focus on. For the next couple of minutes at least.
So as you start to like as Legacy starts to shift focus, you hear a tap at the front door. And the shaders on the windows and door are darkened, so you can't see out. But JJ sits up and takes a step towards the door and then looks over to Neon and raises an eyebrow like, "Am I good?"
She nods.
He walks over, and then as he's about to open the door, he grabs the handle and goes to unlock it, and you hear out front, "Open the door! Why is it locked?"
Oh.
Yeah. And then he just goes, okay.
Aniko,
Well,
you have the keys.
I left it at home. And he opens the door. "Oh, Your Majesty, welcome to your castle." And in walks a young woman who is dressed in. She wears a very like swirl patterned pink and like kind of caramel brown garment, like this sweater dress that goes down over her elbow, or shows off her shoulders, and it goes down to partway down her palms, so it kind of flays out on the edge. Then it goes around her body. She is very shapely for just immediately apparent to everyone. And the sweater dress style thing goes down to her knees and flays out a little bit. She also has very noticeably a pink, and her hair is divided into two colors. She has a pink side that is.
Do you have an image? I want to see this.
I do have an image. Give me a minute. So she has
Oh, God.
partially pink hair divided down apart, and brown hair divided around the other. And she stands there with this triumphant, cocky sort of attitude and smile about her. Let me get a good image for her. Something like this.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I knew where this was going. It is actually. Fucking hell.
I want to say was not my idea.
I don't believe
100%
this.
was.
I don't believe this. Not
It
a
was.
single no.
It literally was not my idea.
Bullshit.
No,
Bullshit.
it wasn't. I didn't. I just. You heard me tell Joe I don't have an image for her.
It was all a play.
It was a ploy.
You lie.
Whomst?
Fucking
And-
the shittiest character in Ruby.
Oh,
No.
okay. No. No, I'm not gonna let that slide. We're gonna talk later.
Yeah.
Okay, so she walks in, and as she enters with this flourish, swirls past JJ, who is, of course, nonplussed at this whole incredibly bold and obnoxious entrance. She pirouettes, stops on her heel, and looks over to Neon and just goes, "I have arrived. You may start clapping."
Neon just gives a slight smile, hands her a drink, takes a top shelf bottle, pours it for her.
She walks over. You pour it in just a regular glass, like just a standard drink glass, and she picks it up and looks at it and grimaces and just goes, "I want a martini glass at the very least. Do you expect me to drink this like some kind of ape?" And she looks directly at JJ, who again just continues to look nonplussed.
Hanako.
She sticks her nose up and just goes, "Fine," and then takes it and starts to sip very gingerly at it with her pinky extended out.
This is Hanako. She's got a bit of an attitude, but she's a better grifter than I am.
"Charmed, I'm sure you are." She doesn't reach out her hand to shake.
Legacy just gives her the most brief of over the shoulder glance to see what she looks like, and then back to her work.
Kaya does the same. At this point, is Kaya
Lockhart's.
Kaya, roll me a luck check.
Oh God, why?
Just do it.
Boy.
5.
Perfect. So as you look over, you're just again disinterested. You turn back and you catch something out of the opposite corner of your vision. You look towards the other end of the bar and you see Bengetti staring widely at her.
Oh my fucking God.
So I'm imagining, Lockhart and Bengetti are at one end of this bar, and then Kaya and Legacy are beside each other, just working in the middle of the bar, and then Marcus is at the opposite end. Is that how we have landed?
I was thinking of Kaya or Lockhart and Bengetti right about here, and then JJ and
Let's do this.
oh yeah,
Tokens.
Tuckins.
Tokens
Dooley
exist.
Tuckins.
Here, you can move Kaya.
It's
where you
oh
think
yeah,
she-
tokens exist
Here?
in this game.
That's true. They very rarely do, but when they do, they really count. I don't have tokens for all the characters yet, but I have.
Yeah, it's almost
Okay,
like
Marcus.
I said, where's everyone's pictures, huh? Joe?
Shut up.
No.
Fine, hold on. I'll go on make tokens for everyone. You guys want me to prepare? Ugh.
So,
Can't believe I'm being asked to
let's-
do.
While
Things.
Joe is working on DM shit that should have been done.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Fight you.
Legacy has downloaded a copy of this onto the laptop she currently has, onto her rig, and onto her arm. She's taking Kaya's phone, whether Kaya wants her to or not.
Sure. She's not gonna stop you.
Lockhart's offering her phone.
Yeah, she slid her phone over to you.
Okay. Is Neon offering a phone or no?
Yeah, Neon would give her phone.
Would Marcus offer anything to download?
Marcus, he would, seeing you do that, he would just kind of watch for a second and then assume you would look at him. And when you looked at him, he'd be like, and then he would reach into his pocket, pull out his phone.
Okay. Trying to figure out who has this information. And does Mengetti have a phone?
He does. He's like, but Lockhart, you hand your phone over freely. Even you hand your phone over, and at this point, Legacy has yet to get to yours and Bengetti's. So Bengetti hasn't handed over his phone yet. And now that Kaneko has walked in, he has very pointedly stopped paying attention to anything else.
Oh,
Legacy,
Oh my
leans
fucking God.
back around Kaya to stare at Bengetti. Sees
Snap
that
fingers in front of his face.
Whoa! What? What?
phone,
Did what?
phone.
He
Just hand it
what
over.
phone? Did mine?
Yes,
Yeah.
Are you gonna fucking break it?
I am going to secure it more,
uploading-
and then I am uploading information that you need to keep safe as well.
He narrows
Give.
his eyes and just goes, "Aren't you a hacker?"
Yes, which means I'm very good at making sure other hackers don't get into things.
Fine. And he hands over his phone.
Okay.
And you go ahead and roll cool with advantage.
That's still not gonna go well.
I believe in you.
You got this.
Do I get to add anything else to it?
I will say no. Well, no, because you're pretty close to him. Yeah. So you're.
Critical.
What is with these triple fours? What the fuck is that? So you're close enough to him. You take his phone out of his hands. He has a very light shade of pink on his face.
Oh my God. No.
See, Legacy doesn't fucking care. She wants phones. She is everybody's phone that she gets to the extent that she can without spending money on it is beefing up security and hiding shit.
I love that Legacy doesn't give a shit, and Kaya is slowly dying.
Yeah, because does Kaya see this?
Does Lockhart
You-
see this?
Yeah.
Lockhart, you see this. You're standing right beside him. You see him, like, he's completely disengaged from part of the conversation and is now, like, staring at this woman. Kaya, you, like, haven't been paying too much attention to him, but after a second, it's very apparent. Kaneko, if she has noticed, doesn't seem to care.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Lo-
that sounds about right.
Lockhart is going to get up right next to his ear and he's like, you know, a picture would last longer.
Ah! He flinches. Don't do that! He, like, wipes his ear.
She whispered it low enough so people wouldn't hear, but yeah.
Yeah, he bounced. He doesn't, when you whisper into his ear, he like just he doesn't like the feeling and sensation of someone breathing close to his ear. So he just like wipes his ear and he's like, "Ah, darn! Why would you do that?
Do what?
You know what you did."
I don't believe I do.
Kaneko, listen. It's about Kayoung. She got caught up in the explosion at the hotel. She's gone.
Gone.
Yeah, just gives a slow nod.
She sits in her chair with a very noticeable like thump, and there's a deflation in her attitude. She's now lost a lot of that kind of bubbly energy. She kind of bites her lip a little bit. She doesn't seem to show much more of a reaction than that, but I mean, Neon, she's very, very distraught. Very clearly distraught.
Yeah, I'll refill that glass.
Legacy, as soon as Neon gets back to the bar, kind of looks at Ikan and then looks at JJ and then looks back at Neon. Are they? And she like motions vaguely at the two of them.
They're also with GP.
Okay. Well, if it helps either of you two, because our friend also died in that explosion, we're going to fuck Joseph Diego over so bad. That's the plan.
I'll drink to that.
It is the plan. I mean, it is, but How is this the plan? How do we do this? How do we do the plan? I guess is what I'm asking.
Well, we need to make this make a splash somehow, which is going to take a moment to figure out. And then she kind of pauses and looks around at everybody and then tilts her head. And I suppose everybody here is equally liable to go to jail for things at this point. So, I'm not just a white hat hacker. I have been known to, fuck over corporations quite often. You ever heard of chaos? That would be me.
You, GP, you would know about this. Chaos is seemingly like a lone solo operator. It would be on the order of infamy that someone like Edward Snowden would have.
Okay.
Where you're like, oh, this person, this fucking an anonymous username, Chaos, they just leak documents like fucking high level classified documents from companies in lieu of just creating strife and damaging reputations and doing harm to that company and its image. It is also very noticeable that anytime you like for Kaya and Lockhart, you would know that there have been news reports of the strange hacker under the pseudonym Chaos strikes again, like those types of fucking things, where they talk about how like this like internet stranger just did a bunch of illegal and then threw a bunch of slander out and how it damaged the company's reputation and how the company has to play catch up every time this entity moves.
Huh.
It's like a PR nightmare if you get hit with a chaos attack.
Well, we'll talk more in the morning, but I'm sure we would love to have a renowned hacker work with us.
Well, if I can't promise anything because hackers, we're not good at playing with each other usually. But give me a couple of days, and I don't think you're going to have just one hacker.
Sounds good.
You, Neon, you're close enough to Kaneko that you hear her, like, as the identity of Chaos is revealed, Kaneko, like, her eyes wide open, like, her eyebrows go up a little bit, and she, like, twirls her finger around the edge of her glass, making it do that kind of thing. And then she gets this half-lid gaze and just goes, "Your friends are hot."
They're alright, I guess. I
Like,
like
it's-
Blondie over there personally, she says.
Like, he looks over at Kaneko and then listens to this conversation, looks at Kaya. Why didn't you guys ever tell me that if I just, like, went to a bar, all of a sudden people would, like, start flirting with me?
Look, you have any idea how hard it is to get you outside with fresh air?
Fucking Marcus sits up and just goes, "Wait, what? Who's flirting with you?" I mean, I did. And he, like, kind of forgets where he is for a second and just goes, "What? Wait, hold on." And he, like, looks at the number of people in the room. He's, like, trying to do math. What? Did I miss something?
I refill Marcus's drink.
He doesn't look at it as it's being refilled. When you stop filling it, he immediately brings it up to his mouth and sips.
Lacey just smiles. Well, I mean, the only one I've responded to is you're flirting, so don't be mad.
He opens his mouth, and he closes his mouth. And he opens his mouth again, and then takes a sip.
And Legacy is going to, as kind of the last, she gets everybody their phone back, and she has gotten as secure as she feels she can for them and for this information. Like, you guys may not even be able to access the information on your phones. It's just hidden there. She wants to, she's gonna put out a just general, like, log into the darknet as Chaos instead of as Gremlin, and put out a just probe of anybody doing anything with Tetsuo.
Okay. So, at some point, I need y'all to make rolls this session. So I will have Legacy roll not only for the initial probe, but also for everyone's roll for each character to effectively make a... Well, no, you can make a stealth roll. Yeah, make a stealth roll.
With Clever?
Yes, with your clever.
Okay.
For hacking and securing devices. This will kind of keep your shit populated, but otherwise not public / not. It'll be easier to kind of keep on the down low.
It'd be kind of like manually downloading it from phone to phone rather than putting it to the
Mhm.
cloud and sending it, right? Kind of akin to that.
If I can I spend it doesn't say it does anything, like that'll be helpful. I want Ghost Protocol to work for something.
What specifically does Ghost Protocol do? It like makes it harder for you to detect,
Yeah, when
etc.
you begin to it just gives me an additional ghost and boosts my hacking action when in a network, but these are all separate networks technically.
Gotcha. Okay. So
Virtual ghost.
I would for the what is it? How did you want to do the probe for information?
This initial one
Mm-hmm.
is just kind of if there's a particular place that she knows like more hacktivists end up on, I imagine she does this on occasion as Chaos whenever she's figuring out who she wants to hit next, of just is there anybody doing anything interesting right now, poking her nose into things and seeing what she gets back before she dives any deeper or chases anything down.
Okay,
So
you're just
is anybody like actively working on something, or does anybody have dirt that they just want to give her because it's Chaos asking, or that type of thing?
Okay.
So it's not out of the ordinary for Chaos to just drop that, and there's been times she drops that and doesn't do anything with it because she either couldn't figure it out or it wasn't safe enough.
Okay. Yeah. Then I think that would just be like a standard hacking roll, but you're not actually like. Well, no, yeah, you would roll and add your bonuses for hacking and such for that, but you wouldn't need to worry about covering your tracks at all because you're not going into anything in such a way as to worry about leaving a trail, if that makes sense.
So this first one would be the security thing. Not great. And then,
Okay.
let me that this one, I think. My probe.
Your probe for information. So I will allow you to give everyone one level of ghost, so that if anyone were looking for them and were to find them, this would throw them off the trail. You can give everyone basically an A life for as though they were under some effect of stealth. But it will take you much longer than normal because you're going through a lot of different folders and phones, and each one of them has to be carefully knitted so that the person who is using it doesn't do anything to draw attention to themselves, as well as people looking through that person's history don't notice anything out of the ordinary. So it takes a lot more finesse, but it can be done. It's just a matter of being very, very meticulous with it. As for the information
She's
probe...
fine with that. She'll spend however long she thinks is necessary with this information.
Gotcha. As for the information probe, you would very quickly find that there's a lot of information being traded right now about... there's a lot of information going around right now about a rise in... not cryptids. What the fuck are dreamer sightings. So this is not unusual for people to say that there are dreamer sightings. This was something that you would see before. It pops up every now and again in the same way that an alien is sighted. You're like, yeah, okay, whatever. But this time you actually have a lot more reason to lend credence to these accounts. So as you are looking through this, you are noticing that there are a lot of people saying there are dreamers in different locations of different types. One of these descriptions... Actually, go ahead and roll me a clever check and add your dreamer bonus to it. But you are not hacking. This is just like straight conspiracy knowledge that you're trying to suss out here.
Okay.
You would also add your conspiracy bonus to it.
I love that you get to say conspiracy bonus.
So you're sifting through forums online. You kind of went down a rabbit hole. Now you're noticing that from all of the posts and all of what you're able to determine, I will let you know the answer to one of the following questions. The first question. You might want to write these down.
Oh boy.
They're not going to be very long, but it's just so you don't have to hear them all over and over again and get confused. So you can know the answer to one of these three questions. The first question is the observer in a different ward? Or is the observer in multiple wards? That's one combined question.
Mm-hmm.
The second question is, are there multiple dreamers are there multiple distinct dreamers that exist? The third question is, of the dreamer sightings, what wards are they appearing in?
So she's not being able to get anything on Tetsuo specifically right now?
Specifically, Tetsuo there's a lot of people gossiping, but you're not able to find anything explicitly about them. Just a lot of people shit-talking them, a lot of people talking about the bubble that's going to occur from the bloat in stocks due to their publicity. There are rumors of people saying that Tetsuo has something to do with the dreamer shit going on, but like the people who are positing this, the threads are tenuous at best. It's something that you could probably have a very, very firm opinion on, but there's no new information you're able to glean.
And then because she was kind of looking for information, yes, but also if there were any hacking names that she knows
There's obviously
that is working on anything that would be potentially helpful or harmful.
as of right now, no. There's
Okay.
there's no hackers who are currently engaged in any sort of, at least not yet. There is a definite undercurrent that you can feel of people getting ready to try and take action towards Tetsuo because they don't like all of this good publicity that's coming towards them.
Okay.
But nobody's working on anything right now. At least nobody's talking about it or asking for advice in a way that would make you be like,
Okay. So in these questions,
There's right now in all of the hacker forums you're looking on, it is all talking about Dreamer shit and the connection to Tetsuo. But you're not able to glean new information about it that you wouldn't have already known from the recording.
right, above table, chat time. I'm leaning towards one of the first two.
Same.
Yeah, that's fine.
Any preference for either one over the other?
I was looking at 1 and 3 personally. So
I think are there multiple dreamers is a good one to ask. Personally.
But it would also be good to get like a definite location.
yeah. Like the fact that
It's not going
are
to
there
be
multiple
definite. It's in a different ward. It's not where is the observer.
Well, here's if it's a no, we know it's not here. If it's a, it's like, hey, is it here or not?
But the
You know, that only
think
crosses
the
off 1 out of 12
That's
options.
true. You're right. I don't know.
I kind of want to know
Well,
if there's
I mean,
multiple.
dreamers are like essentially a cryptid, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So how to put it? Are they akin to aliens or are they akin to vampires? Where, vampires are very more straightforward, where aliens are much more like, oh, some are from Mars, some are from blah blah blah.
I think
Think
it's
think
aliens.
yeah, think aliens. They are more like aliens where because they're not a species of it's there's not like a village or anything or society of dreamers. There's too few for that.
It's more like
They
because they were
are
made by the corp, so it's like whatever that
yeah.
specific corporation did to this person or to this thing to create a dreamer. And
Mhm.
each of the corporations could have done something completely different to create a completely unique dreamer that is still a dreamer.
Yeah,
So it's-
they
so
are
it's
they
kinda
are
like-
very much like a cryptid. They are extremely close to like
It's
the-
a category
like, you
of
could-
cryptids.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a like
So it-
chupacabra or the Bigfoot or whatever. There is a dreamer analog to that sort of in that sort of way.
So it's kind of akin to like potentially technically every single corp could have made their own quote unquote dreamer. And
Potentially, yes.
Kinda, okay.
And so
God,
Tetsuo's
that's
is
scary.
essentially the observer.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 or 4 other major cartel corporations that
Well, if we want definite locations, the last question would actually be the best of the options because it's just where are they appearing, not are they in a ward or not.
Mm-hmm.
And we could cross-reference that with like what corporations control that area the most.
That's true. Yeah, actually, on the map, like, do we know which corps are HQ'd in which areas, or are they just all in Voyager?
Most of the headquarters are in Voyager. There are a few in Turing Ward, but Tetsuo's in Voyager, Ogremok's in Voyager. There are other buildings and office buildings that are in other wards, but the headquarters is in Voyager.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is the key distinction.
Since one of the options is, are there multiple dreamers existing? I'm very paranoid, though.
Yeah, but what is the knowledge of having multiple? Like, we still can't track them if there are multiple. It's the
Yeah.
same.
I feel like we're mostly concerned about
Could always
specifically
roll a
the
D3.
dreamer. That's true. We could. Or just a D2. If you want to cancel one of them out.
Relisted him.
Vote who. Which ones do you guys not want answered? Like, what's your least interested one, Amy?
Wait, me?
Yes, I'm going through everybody. You're at the top.
Fuck. Okay.
Which one out of the three? Which one do you not give the shit about the most?
As much as I think it'd be cool to know there are multiple distinct dreamers that exist, I feel like that wouldn't help us at the moment. As much as the others.
Iris,
That's same reasoning too.
Piper.
I would actually think the first one's the most useless out of us, but I'm fine with either one.
Okay.
I don't like number 1 because even if it says it's not in our ward, it still marks off like 1 out of 12 areas. So our
That's
percentage
true.
is higher with
Three
the,
is-
the
Three
answer
was the best.
answer to the one would if it's not in this ward, yes, but it also shows if this like is one observer, if it's being grown so much that it can affect multiple wards.
Yeah.
Yeah, is
All
the
right.
observer in a different ward or in multiple wards?
And what wards are the dreamers appearing in? Like, could those be false?
I will say, just for the sake of making it easier to choose, the information that you would get would be true.
Okay.
From whatever question, you are getting verifiable information.
Okay. I guess what wards can we confirm? That third question.
Okay, what wards can you confirm sightings in? So I'm going to take you to this map really quick. And let's do a little circle. And we'll do green because that's an ominous color.
Oh, yeah.
So we have Seishan. We have Adams Ward. We have Turing. And then there is one. So I don't want to confuse the shit out of you.
It's in space.
Oh god, is it on one of the rings?
I will say it exists outside of the station in some way.
Oh god, I was right. I was joking.
I like this song. This is nice.
Don't think of it as it's in space.
Oh, it was like shown on like that somebody spotted on one of those like tracks or some shit.
It's more like somebody tried to track one, and it's like they couldn't. There's one that bounces around, and it seems to be in one ward 1 minute and then another ward another minute, and it's nonsensical. It's going from like Turing to Adams to Seishan to Adams to Mariposa to Adams to Turing to Voyager. Like there's one that ricochets around.
Oh,
Then
cool.
the other ones are like if it were like a GPS signal, you would see this one like creep around Seishan, kinda.
Yeah.
And then this one creep around Adams. Not all over, just in some part of it. But there is one that specifically pops up seemingly in random wards.
Cool. We have a teleporting dreamer, y'all.
Fuck.
Great.
Yay.
So I have a question, and I know this might be a stupid question, but the
Seishan.
ward, Seishan, the one that was obviously from the race, right? Like that's how. Okay, it's not like a different sighting apart from that.
Correct. There.
Okay.
So I'll also amend this one. Let me make thing here. There's also a sighting in Mercu.
Oh, great.
Wonderful.
Also, some of these sightings can be older or newer. Like this sighting, people who are talking about this could be talking about the race. They could be talking about something different. This one could be talking about someone who saw something related to the race because it's adjacent to Seishan Ward. This one could be related to Legacy's original posting where people are talking about the mole people who weren't actually mole people. It was a dreamer. It was a dreamer the whole time. Because if you recall, this is where the original sighting of the observer came from first, at least the one that you were exposed to. And then he ended up here. Sorry, it. So this isn't necessarily 4, 5 dreamers. This could be 2 dreamers who have appeared in multiple places.
Could be one technically.
Yeah.
So Legacy will sort that shit out as she's working and let everybody know.
Fucking great.
And everybody progressively getting more and more drunk as more and more bad news comes.
Yeah.
And
That's it.
I'm gonna move back
Where's
here.
Cosmic in all of this? Is he staying home?
It's been a good amount of time, and you, Neon, are very perceptive, and I will say that because you're kind of on edge and this is your bar, you have been keeping an eye on the windows and doors, and it's right around this exchange where Kaneko walks in and everyone's talking, and there's this exchange about information, and then there's Legacy looking on the computer, and then you hear a very light tunk 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 on the door.
I will open the door for him.
Yeah, you open the door and Cosmic is there. He is not carrying Foxo. He also has a green army jacket, kind of like old, beat up, thin army jacket on. The same red t-shirt, same pants. Though he's wearing sneakers instead of sandals. Or he wasn't wearing pants before. He was wearing shorts. Now he's wearing jeans, his red t-shirt, this like rough army jacket looking thing, and he has a backpack on. And he just, when you open the door, he like meets your eyes and then immediately looks to the ground, just goes, hey, can I come in?
Come on in.
Thanks. And he'll
What's the poison?
I guess like a cider.
Oh, cider it is.
And Cosmic will stand kind of awkwardly off and lean on this chair.
Aw.
Did you bring what I asked you to?
Yeah, I brought some stuff. And he'll take his bag, slip it off one shoulder, and then swing it around to his front, unzip it, and he will hand you the picture of it's a picture of him, Lindis, and Legacy. Or not Legacy, him, Lindis, and Too Cute, sorry. And they're all, this is at like a local tournament, and they're holding first, second, and third. And there's like a bunch of people in the background. But it's not like one of them is holding first, one of them is holding second. It's like they are like in a circle. They're each holding an arm of a separate trophy, and they're making a ring.
Aw.
If you'll all come with me for a second, up to the attic.
Like, is he like
Finishes her
looking up from the computer suspiciously?
Kaya's gonna down her fucking 6 shots of whiskey in a glass, finish it off, which she's been nursing this whole time. Follows.
So she's got like an attic upstairs. She's got it kitted out to be a bedroom, but in the corner, you can see what appears to be like an old school shrine, like a Japanese shrine. And she sets out some pillows for everybody to like sit on if they want. And she kind of gets on her knees in front of the shrine, and you open the door. She opens the door to the shrine, and there's like a picture of somebody you don't recognize. And she puts the image in like a small, like maybe like a small bracelet of two cutes or something like that. Not many people are religious these days, but where I come from, we honor people. And I never met Lindis, but she died getting you guys valuable information, so she might as well be one of us. She takes like an incense stick, lights it up, and then claps her hands together.
Cosmic. He nods and says, "Lindis was cool." That's it.
Can Kaya pull out, like... I imagine that Kaya carried shit for Lindis. Does Kaya have, like, one of Lindis's, like, scrunchies or something?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can have all that sort of shit.
Yeah, what would Lindis want Kaya to hold on, to put on the shrine?
Probably like a set of hairpins that she wanted you to wear, but you refused to.
Okay, yeah. Kaya will take the set of hairpins and just said, here, for Lynn.
Perfect. She'll take them gingerly, setting it in front of the picture as well.
Cosmic will reach into the backpack again, and he will pull out a disc, and he will walk over and set the disc down, and you can see it, Neon. It is a copy of the game that he and Lindis played when they were on a team together. And this copy of the game is actually like beat up as fuck. This is an old copy.
Wow. She nods, sets it into the shrine, and then she just takes a minute. Okay, sorry. She after a minute she'll remove the incense, blow it out, shut the door, stands up. Okay, I'm done.
When you come back down to the bar, you see JJ he has a glass for himself, and he has a glass set beside it, and underneath it there's a little folded napkin, and he has a marker behind the counter that he has written on the marker, or he's written on the napkin L in a really fancy script, and then stuck it underneath the glass, and it's just undrank. It just sits there.
Yeah.
Cosmic climbs down from the attic, and he's got his backpack on. He's still got some stuff in there, and as he gets to the bottom, he looks over to Ben Getty and takes off the backpack, and then walks over and unzips it, and then pulls out what appears to be some type of like gray box with several bundles of cables and a helmet. And he
Actually
goes,
did it.
I have an NDA because I'm not supposed to talk about my actual experience with this or share it. So don't talk to any cops, please. And Ben Getty gives him like a very serious look and just goes, I would never talk to a cop. And he salutes.
No, Kaya laughs. She's a few drinks in. She fucking laughs at that.
He like the face in his token, He looks over to Kaya with that face.
Kai just goes back and tries to finish up her tag for Larry while she's still semi-sober.
Semi-sober.
Yeah.
Oh, that's who I'm forgetting. I was like, there's a token missing here.
It's Marcus. Poor
There we
Marcus.
go.
There's a lot of people here.
Mhm.
Just realized that.
It's a pretty cozy, tight fit.
Yeah. So how long on that?
On the tag,
Yeah.
the tag would be finished. Roll me an engineering check with your clever.
Clever. Do I get
Drone related stuff you could apply to it.
Okay. So I have +2 in drone use, +1 electrical engineering. Can I a +1 from nerd?
Yeah.
Alright. So clever +3. Let's see. 14.
Awesome. So throughout the amount of time that you've been hanging out at the bar, you have like gotten a pretty good amount of progress in, and you're pretty sure you've got it, but you're just a little nervous about turning it on because if it's wrong, you're gonna have to do a lot more work and you're gonna have to start all the way over, and it's gonna be such a hassle. But you're not gonna know unless you try, and you close your eyes and flick the switch, and then there's a pause as nothing happens, no lights come on, and then all the lights just, and then Larry floats up and spins around, and he looks at you, and then like there is a noticeable animation to his face. He like you've seen him do his little emoting faces before, but this one, like, he looks at you and you can see him blink, and there's this like a hesitation, and he floats like half an inch closer to you and then holds out one of his little manipulators, kind of like Tarzan in Jane. And he do what?
Go ahead.
He holds out a little manipulator and like touches your face, like pokes your cheek real gently, and then he gets a really big digital grin on his face, and you can see he has 3 big cartoony teeth, like one of those sideways D smiles.
Oh my god.
Adorable.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Holy shit.
What did you do to it?
He's fucking. Kaya's gonna turn up her fucking headset. He was smart before, right? But check this out. He's fucking clever now.
Marcus has been drinking. he is probably one full neat whiskey in at this point. And he is like tipping the glass to and fro, and he looks over to Larry and he blinks real slowly and then sits up and he narrows his eyes at it and he just goes, I don't see it. What am I looking for?
Kaya is visibly very excited. There's like a very faint flush to her cheeks as the alcohol's starting to hit her, but she's very animated, and she like fucking shoves the controls into she's just showing off everything to probably Bengetti and Legacy, the people right next to her. They're like, holy shit, look, I did this, look, I messed with the processor, I think I supercharged the capacitors, but I stacked them up, and fucking look.
Getty, like, he looks at what you're talking about. He looks at the components you bought. He looks at Larry, who's like, Larry is not really even doing anything, but the animation on his face, his eyes are kind of like looking around the room again with just enough animation, then there, like, just a bit more than there was before. He puts a little manipulator to his chin as he thinks for a second, and just kind of spins around and starts to look at the room. And Ben Getty, seeing him do that, is like, "Holy shit! Did you just like code a
Yes.
soul?"
Yeah, I fucking think I did. Bengetti, fucking check this out. Look at him.
He grabs like the side of your head and then smashes his head against it, and then like looks at the screen. He just goes, "You're basically like a god now."
Oh my fucking god.
We just talked about technological gods. Maybe
No,
not
I'm
bring that
not.
up.
Not a god. Nope. None of that shit.
Alright, fine. Too soon. Too soon. We'll get back to that. But like,
But look. Holy. Look. What does this mean?
he's like looking at the you have some of his actual hard code peeled back, and you're looking at this data stream come in, and what was typically there was like a predictable receipt of information. You would give him a code and he would have a pre-programmed response and then a programmed reaction to new information. But it was never anything too complex. It was always like code that referenced other things that you had already written, that referenced other things you had already written. But as you are looking at this data stream, you can see that the initial thing that you had just planted in him with the new circuit board that you got, it is like Larry, as he is doing things, the code is changing and editing itself as he is learning and changing his thoughts.
Wait, so-
holy fucking shit.
Above table, you added like the smart tag or something?
No.
It's a custom tag that is one step above smart.
Mm-hmm.
One step
So he
above
is-
smart, but like one step below like full on sentience, or is this considered full on sentience?
He's sentient. His level of intelligence is akin to a very smart dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas before he was like a machine that could respond but couldn't think on his own. Whereas now you can like teach him basic concepts and he can understand them in a sense.
Mhm.
Because Legacy was probably following about 60-70% of Kaya's technobabble because she understands technology, but the mechanics side of it is not 100% her strong suit. And so it wouldn't be until she manages to catch a small peek of like the coding that it starts clicking into place. And I imagine like after she came back down from the attic, she has tucked herself under Marcus's arm because she's like wants to lean on people, but everybody's busy and she doesn't know half these people, and Marcus is the closest one.
I was gonna say, like, you're looking over and Kaya's pulled you close, and Marcus wants to know because he's a techie, so he like leans over top of you and sets his head next to you on your shoulder.
Oh yeah, Kaya's showing off to all the 4 tech people on this bar stool right now.
That's adorable.
And
Just
then
seeing that
So
mental
excited.
image.
once Legacy like starts to like figure it out, you see her kind of like blink once or twice, and then look at Larry, and then look at Kaya. Well, that's neat, but that he's gonna be a problem now, isn't he?
What?
He's gonna get
Problem?
into shit.
Yeah. Well. Oh shit.
Larry floats over to Cosmic. Cosmic, who's been listening to this whole thing and not internalizing any of it, is just like, what? And then Larry floats over and like looks at him and looks really close and blinks. And Cosmic's like, hey, and like waves. And Larry waves back and
Oh my
smiles.
Oh my fucking god. Kaya's shaking Bengetti at this point. She fucking see that? Look.
Ben Getty just getting shaken back and forth. I fucking saw it!
I will refill both of their glasses.
JJ is watching this exchange and he is just like, I don't know what is happening. They are really excited for a robot.
It's nerd talk.
I mean, I guess some people have a hobby, you know?
Oh, to translate for the rest of the room, Kaya just managed to duct tape and rubber band her way to AI. Sentient AI.
Congratulations.
fucking yes. Thank you. Fuck. This is fucking amazing. Holy shit. I'm sorry. How do I fucking process this? Holy shit.
Try having a drink, maybe?
Yes.
You
I'm having
know,
like 6 drinks because he's like, you can't fucking process this. I can't process this. What the fuck is even happening? And he like, Ben Getty leans back way too far. The chair tips back, and Laura, you just grab him and stop
Yep.
him from tumbling all the way back onto the ground.
Legacy like watches this for a second, and then she gets that like a little evil smirk and like leans across the bar towards JJ and Neon. You know, if we get her drunk enough, then she's gonna forget that she did this, and then it'll be a second surprise tomorrow, and she might even not even remember that she did it.
JJ gets like, he looks over to Neon with like a, can I?
Okay. Today's a night of celebration.
Absinthe it is. He reaches below the counter and pulls out a bottle like the size, it's about the size of a jar of toothpaste, or of a tube of toothpaste, and it's got like it's a very strange shape. It looks like a science fiction Erlenmeyer flask kind of bottle. And he cracks it open and puts the thumb over half of it, and then pours like just a teens of it inside of a glass, and sniffs it, and just, like, he's like, whew. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. And he sets that aside, and then he pours 2 more. It is like a sip.
Oh my god.
Kaneko, like, watching this whole exchange, looks over to Neon, and she's very disinterested. Like, not even with Legacy's translation, she's not following what's going on, and she just like looks over and shrugs and just goes, "They're less hot now, but still fun to watch."
Who's less hot?
Her friends.
Ah. We're all fucking nerds now.
Yeah, and now Kaneko's like, I thought everyone here was super hot. Like, your friend was like a fucking pro-ass hacker bitch, and then you were all like fighting the system and shit, and now you're all just robo nerds.
They can be robo nerds and super hot hackers.
She's mostly saying it just to get a rise out of you, because she's like, yeah, all your friends are fucking wizard
Neon
smart
doesn't
people.
Yeah, no, Neon agrees with Kaneko. They're all nerds, but they can be nerds. That's okay. We each have our thing. They're not like us, you know. They can't, sneak into high corporation parties and steal shit. This is how they do their shit.
I mean, to be fair, we did sneak into the Black Pyramid and steal shit. And I can
You'll
get
have to
into
give the
those stories.
details.
Kaneko immediately keys back into Legacy and puts her elbows on the table and lays her chin in her hands and just goes, "You broke into the Black Pyramid? Holy shit! How? Why did you go there? What did you wear?" Marcus, being 3 sheets to the wind, just goes, "I had like a what the fuck is it called? It's like it's just the vest and like little cufflinks and pants and shoes, but I didn't have a shirt or anything else on." And
So you were wearing a stripper butler suit?
Yeah, something kind of like that. I wanted to show off my arms, and then he holds out his arms as if you could not tell they were already there. And Kaneko is now ogling him and raising her eyebrows at Neon, and just goes, "So you were wearing just the pants and the vest and the cufflinks, and not a shirt or anything underneath the pants?" And he's just blinking slowly and just goes, no, I wore underwear. That would be really uncomfortable if I didn't. But I mean, I was wearing all black, so it wouldn't look weird. And I wanted it to match my arms." And he rolls up a sleeve and shows off the fiber muscles. And Kaneko just leans further in. They're gonna openly flirt like this. Or rather, she's going to flirt with him. He's not doesn't fucking he doesn't know what's going on.
Oh my god.
Before it gets too chaotic, Neon will pull Legacy aside, like, don't worry, she does this with everybody. She
Well, I
does
mean-
not have eyes.
Legacy is not super concerned because she also knows Marcus is fucking oblivious.
Mhm.
It's just the only time she gets annoyed is that she was under Marcus's arm for like comfort and warmth, and then he started moving and that arm is gone. And so she like waits just a little bit, and then she's like, okay, arm back over, warm again.
Yeah, you just like you can hook your fingers under his elbow and tug, and he just gives way. Like his arm just goes wherever you pull it to.
She will manhandle people twice her size for warmth and comfort.
While Kaya and Bengetti and everyone was like gushing about the code. Kaya, you were looking at like you have like a little display, like a heads-up display almost, or not a heads-up display, but like an information read, diagnostic read on Larry. You look back up because you're watching like the code come in, and it's like rhythmically rewriting one section and then erasing it and rewriting it and erasing it and rewriting it, and you're like, what the fuck? He's stuck on one line. And you look up, and he's playing rock paper scissors with Cosmic.
Oh, holy shit. Where's my fucking phone? I gotta fucking videotape this. She's gonna pass off the controller to Bengetti. She's gonna fumble for her fucking phone.
Bengetti is watching the two play rock paper scissors like it is two master chess players at work. This is his like video game playing idol and a robot miracle just like casually.
Was it a Watson AI from Jeopardy or some shit?
It's basically like a very rudimentary Watson, but yeah, like Cosmic's just like vibing. He's just like, oh cool, this robot knows how to play rock paper scissors.
This is
And
the
then,
least
like-
intimidating thing in this entire bar right now. Let me hang out.
He would like he would play, he'd like throw a rock out, and then it would throw out just its empty hand, and he's like, I can't tell if that's scissors or paper. And then it would like look at him confused, and he's like, okay, hold on, this, and he'd do scissors, and then it would clip its fingers, and he's like teaching it how to play rock paper scissors.
Oh my god.
And he's learning, like Larry's getting it.
Holy fuck.
Neon will go over to Lockhart now with the cup. I don't think you've drinking either, Blondie. Here.
I don't drink.
Coffee then?
Chai tea?
Tea I can do. In the mornings, this is a coffee shop. At night, it's a bar. So I often host tea. Passion fruit, okay?
Got something more spice.
Earl Grey?
That'll work.
Earl Grey it is. And she will set up an old school tea kettle. Like not the new it. She'll put up an old school tea kettle with some bags and steep it in.
So Lockhart is stone cold sober. Has Bengetti drunk anything?
Bengetti's he's getting a little red in the face from drinks.
And Kaya's almost
Getting there,
gone.
too. Yeah, Kaya.
I is sloshed.
She's not sloshed yet. She's just really excited.
She's one step from sloshed. Marcus is sloshed.
Marcus is a really, really bad judge of his tolerance level.
And I imagine
Neon's had a
Legacy's
couple
only on her like
shots.
second drink.
Neon's had a couple shots, but she's well aware of her limit, so she's not going above that. So she's staying completely clear-minded.
Legacy wants to
They're
hit
out
a
with
buzz because she's working.
Yeah.
JJ's also having a pretty chill buzz. Cosmic has the one cider which he's sipped like 3 times, and now he's like dedicated to teaching Larry how to play rock paper scissors, so he's like totally forgotten about it.
Kaya is so fucking happy right now. She is techno babbling to Legacy or Bengetti. Probably Bengetti because Legacy's working. She's probably talking to both of them. But only Bengetti's listening.
Legacy is probably jumping in and out of like 3 or 4 different conversations as she's working, because like hacking and security shit on phones is easy for her. So she's like vaguely paying attention to Marcus and Kaneko and vaguely paying attention to you because she understands about half of what you're saying.
Oh yeah, it's full on fucking nerd speak.
As you're talking about nerd speak, Legacy, you overhear the conversation that was Kaneko flirting with Marcus has now turned into Marcus talking about the actual like dynamic systems in place in his arms, where he's outlining the actual design he came up with and everything, and she is immediately like deflated again, just like, I can't fucking handle this.
I imagine knowing how she's like, she looks interested, but like her eyes are just glazed over completely.
Yeah, she's you can see it in her face. She's like, I don't give
Lord,
a
let her
shit
eyes.
about your fucking science-y whatever.
Yep.
You're just a very handsome man.
Like, Legacy just kind of like would listen to that for a second and then see her, and then there is kind of a smirk. And she just leans into Marcus a little bit more. We got into the pyramid because somebody was spying on us. We ended his career. So that's fun.
Wait, my career? Marcus is like panics. Oh shit.
Just pat on chest. No, Marcus, you're okay. Somebody else that wanted to spy on us. Wait, were you supposed to be spying on us?
Me?
Yes, I said somebody was spying on us and we ended his career, and then you asked my career.
Well, no, I just was worried about my job because I got almost arrested and beat up by PMCs. And then Kaneko like slides way over on the bar. Like she is waist up, slid on top of the bar. And he's like, she literally just has one arm holding her head up and the other one positioned around her waist, like sticking on her waist, kind of in that draw me like one of your French cyborgs pose. And she says, you almost got arrested by attacking PMCs during the lockdown? Are you serious? And Marcus just blinks and just goes, yeah, I was trying to get to Legacy because I was worried she might get hurt. And so I had to get from my home, and he points to a direction over his shoulder. And he's just like, to the hotel, and he points to the ground. The hotel, and he points to where he thinks the hotel is, which is just a different direction in the opposite direction of his home. And when I got to the border at Sishin Ward, they didn't let me go immediately, and they were really threatening, so I didn't know what else to do. And I was like, well, what would Legacy do? And I didn't really know what Legacy would do, but I know she wouldn't give a shit about these guards, and so I didn't either. And I think I might get fired because you were talking about people. Wait, did you say the Black Pyramid?
Like, Legacy just like listens to him and then just kind of sighs and then like slowly takes his drink and pulls it in her direction. I think you're done for tonight.
You take the drink away and he just watches it go and he just goes, oh, that's probably a good play out.
Yeah, you're gonna thank me in the morning. And then she shakes her head at Kaneko. Don't leave him alone. He's gone. He's good for tonight.
Kaneko shrugs and just goes, fair enough. At least you're honest with me. And she slides off to the counter and lands on her feet. And Lockhart and Kaya, roll me luck checks.
Oh
Oh,
fuck.
oh fuck. That's just 2d6, right?
Yep.
Just let Kaya nerd out, okay? She just did a miracle. 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, switch over to Kaya.
Mm.
8.
Wow.
2 different flavors.
All
of
right.
it.
All right, fine. I'm gonna roll 2d6. There. So Kanako slides off the countertop and lands on her feet, and she's like leering, or not leering, but narrows her eyes and kind of looks at everyone, like trying to see where the conversation is going, where the energy of the room is going, and she immediately locks eyes onto Lockhart. Lockhart, what exactly are you wearing and like doing right now? Because are you wearing your full suit?
Yeah. She's
Oh, the
wearing
two
her.
of us were talking just now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's wearing her suit. She isn't sitting in a chair. I imagine she's more leaning against a wall / the bar, and she has the tea that Neon just gave her, and she's holding it in both hands, smelling it a little bit, and then taking a sip, taking in the aroma and whatnot.
So the way you're holding your teacup, you have your arms like bent or elbows bent, and you're holding it and sipping at it, smelling it. You blow a little bit of the steam off your tea, and then you can see from over the surface of the teacup, your vision like changes focus, and you can see Kanako just staring directly at you, and she is giving you some eyes.
What kind of eyes?
You know exactly what fucking kind of eyes
I
she's
have
giving you.
no clue what you're talking about.
She like raises her eyebrows at you and smirks.
I raised an eyebrow back at her.
The two of us were just about to go up to the attic and spar for a little bit, so we'll be back in a bit.
Ooh.
I actually never agreed to that.
You said you wouldn't mind letting off some steam.
You know, it's
Yes.
another good way to let off some steam, Kanako says. She like
Kanako.
slides up against the wall.
Kanako, down girl.
Legacy just kind of like leans across the bar towards JJ. Is she always on the hunt like that?
Oh yeah.
Neon also answers yes.
Okay.
JJ shrugs and just goes, I think it's kind of funny, because she usually strikes out. To which she looks over and just like sticks out her tongue.
Yeah, the only time she manages to score is when it's a mark. Outside of that, though, she's hopeless.
She like looks at Neon and rolls her eyes, and then looks back at Lockhart, and then flutters her lashes, and then leans against the wall, kind of scoots a little closer, and just goes, so did you want to go up to the attic and spar, or?
Down girl.
Lockhart looks down at Kanako, like, eyebrow raised, but then turns her back towards her and looks directly at Neon.
Damn.
Damn.
You know the anime like donk noise that happens whenever a character is totally dejected?
Mm-hmm.
You just feel that happen from behind you.
Legacy just kind of like leans back a little bit. You're still cute though. Just wrong timing.
She like Lockhart, you're facing Neon, and beside you, Kanako leans against the bar. She's not looking at you. She's totally disengaged. She reaches over and grabs one of the absinthe drinks from JJ. He set out like 3, and she just slugs it back. She's like, what a bust.
You're still one of the best characters I've ever met.
She shrugs and just goes, I know. Just trying to have fun, and no one is reciprocating.
I think most of these people are a little too clueless to reciprocate.
She nods and just goes, I think so too. And Neon, you can see Kanako is not paying attention, but Bengetti is staring at her and nervously sweating.
The one person's interested, she's not noticing.
He hasn't said anything. He's like, it looks like his words are caught in his throat, but he's still staring right at her, and 100% Kaneko's just doesn't give a shit.
I think you have at least one fan here, though.
Kaneko, like, looks up at Neon and just goes, "You don't count," and then kicks back another drink.
Legacy is going to like lean partially across Kaya to get closer to Vengetti and like essentially poke him.
You poke him with a finger, and he's just like, "Kid," then like jumps. He jumps only a little, but enough that you notice it, and then he turns, like, whips his head and just goes,
For as much as you talk normally, you have issues talking when you think they're pretty, huh?
"Shh, no, I." And he just puffs. His face is bright red.
Can I move behind Kanako?
Mhm.
Like kind of, so like can be like this, right? And I'll say, "Yo, home."
He like he turns around, and you can see he is red in the face. You're not sure if it's from embarrassment or alcohol, or both.
Probably both.
Probably
And-
both.
When I do that, I want to poke on Kanako's like far shoulder, so closer to Bengetti, and walk away.
So you poke on her shoulder, and at the same time you call his name so that they look at each other.
Yes.
Aw.
Okay. So you, in a matchmaker sort of way, parent trap them together. To which he turns around and just like, "What?" And then he sees like Kaneko staring straight at him, and Kaneko's just blinking like, "Oh, hi." She does it very, very plain, not overtly flirtatious like she was with the other few people. And Bengetti is just goes to say a word, opens his mouth, and then just inhales and has his cheeks puffed out for a second, and then reaches for a glass behind him. It takes him a few grabs, just like grabbing, missing, grabs the glass, and then brings it to his face and sips.
I like to imagine I like move the glass.
Yeah, just slowly help him out, just like, here. It's like a trapped animal.
Like as he's enjoying the show, like leaned against Marcus, and then she just again stage whispers, "He thinks you're hot."
You whisper that, and Marcus leans like his head over and just goes, "Who?" And then like Kaneko leans her head so that she's looking at Legacy instead of Bengetti, and then raises an eyebrow in like a
And Legacy like
Him?
motions towards Vengetti, it's like points.
Bengetti. He has not seemed to react to your stage whisper, even though he more than likely heard it, unless his ears are ringing, in which case he didn't hear it.
Young love. I say as the youngest person in this room.
I walk over to Neon. Just whenever we're ready to go.
Yeah, let's leave these two alone.
You look back, and Cosmic and Larry have started. Well, not together, but Cosmic is talking about strategies on reading people for rock paper scissors.
I imagine that like Kaya was talking with Bengetti, but then she pulled out her phone to videotape this, right? Cosmic and Larry, and I think she is. She's focused on Larry right now.
Yeah. Larry is like, he's copying Cosmic's moves, like his hand motions with his manipulators. And there are a handful of moments where Cosmic is like, so I usually find that people go for paper if they lose the first round because they just assume that the other person will do like rock because rock's easy to do. And it's just nonsensical, weird logic that he thinks applies perfectly. And then Larry's like copying his hand like gestures and then puts a hand to his chin or a manipulator to his little robot chin and just nods sagely.
Kaya is taking verbal notes, like on the video. It's all fucking tech babble.
This can go on for as long as y'all want. It is 11 now, but if there's no more specifics, then we can wind this down to a close for the evening, and then you all can wake up and hopefully get back to your rightful homes.
I do know that there's some specific conversations that probably need to happen, but they probably also need to happen sober. So I don't know.
Are you talking about Marcus and Bengetti?
Marcus and Bengetti, and then Legacy needs to talk to Marcus. And I feel like Lockhart had somebody that she was wanting to talk to. I thought. Thought she had.
No, I just didn't trust Marcus and Bengetti in the same room, basically.
Okay. I thought there was another conversation from some random pairing of needing to hash out some shit.
You need to talk to Maxine.
I need to talk to Maxine, but I need to get out of the ward to talk to Maxine. That's not something that can be done at the bar.
Yeah. I don't know. Kaya is drunk babbling.
And Kaya and Legacy probably need to have a chat at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Processing.
Processing. Right. Kaya has perfectly distracted herself from all of the trauma and grief she was feeling a couple hours ago.
You've also distracted Cosmic successfully.
Yeah. Like, hell yeah. Larry for the win.
Yeah, I imagine there's more drunken shenanigans that were happening for probably at least another good 30 minutes in character to give Neon and Lockhart some time to beat the shit out of each other.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I wanted to start with an arm wrestle, but I kind of realized Lockhart would probably win then. So.
Oh yeah, you absolutely would.
Yeah.
Like in a straight fight, you would probably win, but Neon would make it very difficult because Neon's fighting style, Bujikon, it does not fight fair. Like she does like sneak attack after sneak attack.
Hell yeah.
And is
Nice.
Kanako and JJ staying over because they both like live around here and have their own shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would more than likely just go back to their respective places of residence. They came over just for the news and to kind of be a shoulder to lean on for Neon, as well as each other.
Yeah, I was about to say we're all mourning her death, even if we're celebrating.
Yeah.
It's a wake. It's a wake, not a funeral.
Yeah. But there's the wind down of the party. JJ would collect all the glasses, and he poured more absinthe drinks than were drank, so he just collects the absinthe bits and pours what little of it was unsipped back into
Honestly,
that
Legacy probably would have tried to sneak that over to Kaya at some point. Whether or not Kaya would have ended up drinking it or paid enough attention to end up drinking it is a different question. But she did want to fuck Kaya up.
If you want to fuck Kaya up, like, how drunk would she get where I start making chaos rolls?
Pretty drunk.
I can't be the judge of that. That's a you judgment.
Because
Yeah.
she's already what 6 whiskeys in,
Yeah.
and then absinthe on top, which is fucking strong.
Yeah, so if you get Kaya drunk, that's when I start making chaos rolls as Kaya.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, which would be very interesting.
Do not destroy my bar, or you will buy it.
No.
It's just how over the top. Oh my god! I have made a cute robot. She would get.
Yeah.
I also like how it's set up perfectly for rollies, and rollies didn't happen.
I really want
There was
rollies to
plot.
happen.
Yeah.
We need to start off with rollies for like the morning, everybody, because it's calmer and people are still getting to know each other. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's
We
like
can
plot
do.
happening,
We can
so-
say that. We can say that during the night there can be a time for rollies before everyone starts to get 100% fucking blasted wasted.
Yeah.
That way it's still in that twilight of drink where everyone's having a good time and cognizant.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus would want to drink water to sober up before he goes to bed, so he would not go to bed drunk as fuck. He'd be like, no, I gotta stay up and drink water.
He learned his
Lock-
lesson.
Lockhart probably would have fallen asleep in one of the chairs downstairs, or like stayed up napped, kind of.
And Legacy is going to be working through a decent portion of the night.
Yeah, Cosmic is a night owl. JJ would probably leave, but I don't think anyone's super interested in JJ being there.
I mean, eventually.
Eventually, he would stay long enough to for once everyone stops drinking liquor, and he would start to clean everything up and cork some bottles and clean some glasses. And Ben Getty, of course, is a mess, so he would also stay up late.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just created life, so she's staying up too.
but you are all more than welcome to rollies.
Rollies.
I gotta go to bed
rollies.
soon, though.
No.
This is true. We can do rollies at
In our
the
feed.
next session, or you could do it on
Yeah.
the
Read it
chat.
in
I'll
text.
turn hotel chat into bar chat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, you gotta work tomorrow, Joe. Crap. I was like, wait a
I do
second.
have to work tomorrow.
Tomorrow, but no.
Tomorrow is Tuesday.
Well, Irish session tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Iris?
Yeah. Why?
Oh man, some shit's about to pop off. Also, just in case you all didn't know, you will all be at level 5 tonight, and you will all have a free ground up respec if that is something you want.
Did you finish our classes, Joe?
Yes. Yes, I did.
So if I look at my sheet if I look at the class sheet right now, it's all gonna be done.